Discord. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Byte Sized Session 4.
Thank you.
Hello.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Cognito's ready. Where did we leave off? I don't even remember.
So,
Wasn't good.
Oh, good.
yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
So, where we started off last session was our three heroes, technically four. Our three heroes in the simulacrum were facing. We're told by a Windows administrator that there was a huge flux of viral energy coming from the BIOS chip, and the concern was that upon restart, it would reinfect the entire system. So, together with the help of the now repaired and uncorrupted Windows defenders, our heroes stormed the BIOS chip and were met by none other than an instant of the virus known as Fortuna. This been specifically referred to as Fortuna Minor, a virus that Saint declared was one of the worst viruses that ever existed. Um, our heroes were able to defeat Fortuna. Unfortunately, once again, Sim was wasted during the combat, and as he was going to escape, the Fortuna Minor was defeated by Saint. However, it became quite clear during the combat that he was a vessel for a greater entity, one that and another such vessel was sent to sit outside and harass Mal back at the pod, while our heroes were inadvertently teleported all the way to the network adapter on to a place where they could head out into the internet proper. However, first they had to head back and make sure that their friend Mal was taken care of and heal themselves up as they had taken abuse during the last combat. And we ended off the session with after a conversation with Mal, the instance of Fortuna made it corrupted a group of Windows defenders and sent them into the task manager bar that our hero started off. And we ended the session off with Mal trying to stymie the screams of the defenseless people as she tried to get some rest, as she had little to no resources to defend herself or them.
So a couple things. You said it was inadvertent that we teleported. It was pretty verdant. It was pretty intentional. It was a choice.
Well,
And
Was it a good choice? Hard to say.
Also, in doing so, I realized this after the session. We had all those people who were like buying us time outside, who we just straight abandoned. As
yeah.
a reminder.
Yeah, that is true.
And now we
plebeians-
just lost this one area as well.
The plebeians were unfortunately sacrificed for basically no reason.
So we will start off this session with after all of you taking a long rest, the Cognita and Saint in the car traveling back to Hub, and Mal inside of her dome. You awaken the next day and turn yourself around to look at the creature that was waiting outside. However, it is gone. In its place, you see a single thumb drive just balanced on its end where he was standing. And you see there is a group of Windows defenders out there, these ones uncorrupted, who, upon seeing you awake, the one will approach and will say, we're glad to see that you were uninjured. We were able to stop the assault on the task manager, but unfortunately, not before damage was done. Whatever your companions did back at the BIOS chip, it saved a lot of lives. We are glad to see that you were safe. What of your companions? We weren't able to scan them at the site any longer.
I will bring them to us shortly.
Glad to hear that they survived the ordeal. A great number of Windows defenders were lost, but they will be rebuilt, and the system will be able to function once again, thanks to you. Unfortunately, it seems as though whatever caused this issue escaped out from the network drive.
Just putting my barrier back up.
He stayed outside of the pod
while he's talking.
Yeah. He stayed outside of the pod while he was talking about this. Seeing you do that, he looks over and kind of gets the hint and fucks off.
Just straight fucks off, huh?
And we're gonna cast. I'll shoot a message over to my friends and be like, "Hey, you guys ready for transport?"
If I recall, I summoned for us a celestial Volkswagen bus.
Yes.
So we got to actually nap in the back of that.
Yeah, you wake up from your long rest, revitalized and prepared for the next your next task.
If you guys could only see me trying to spell the cars that Josiah says half the times. He uses the spell. It's like I learned that Volkswagen isn't spelled with an X.
No, there is no X in the word Volkswagen.
Nailed it.
You can thank the Germans for that one. But yeah, I imagine, I don't know, we just wake up in the back of this van with a sick unicorn mural on the side of it. I'm gonna use my inspiring leader ability, so we both gain 17 temporary hit points. And I guess what I'm gonna do just for about 10 minutes or so is just I don't know, regale you with exploits of the SSD and their chosen champions.
How are you guys doing? Because I think your characters had like a heated argument last time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably a little awkward at first, but
it's not murder when the thing that you're killing is a subhuman piece of garbage.
Oh my god, stop right now. Kagita has a bit of a chip on her shoulder. And she's a little bit cold to you today.
So just
there
like
was no
other day.
snuggling in that Volkswagen.
Hey man, that's your loss.
You nothing warmer than a big plastics SSD.
Yeah, dude.
But after the 8 hours, you're actually about to play. You wake up on that same highway that you've seen before. As you look behind it through the back window, you see the Ram Ridges not that far off. And as you look ahead, you see groups of Windows defenders actually taking on what seems to be leftover bits of virus that were just hanging out on this road. You see them like sort of like pulling them over, and some of them are like trying to run away, and there's like firefights going across the road.
Checking
it's a little bit
license and registration.
Yeah, it's a little bit harried, but you guys were able to get through unharmed. They are not looking to fight with you guys, and the Windows defenders are proving more than a match for these lone viruses.
Good.
And you have about another 4 hours in your trip if you wanted to do the rest of the travel mundanely to get to Mal. Otherwise, Mal can try to teleport you guys.
Yeah, so I guess when Mal reaches out, I'll just respond and say, we're just coming over the Ram Ridges now. So
how far away is that, Eric?
About 4 hours.
Oh, you guys are fine then. I won't waste the energy.
Yeah, save your strength.
But in the meantime,
this puppy will get us there in no time.
Even though it's in perfect health, it just lets out a sputter because every Volkswagen bus has something wrong with it. But as you guys are heading back towards Hub, I imagine Mal is going to resummon Sim,
I have to do a lot of things. Yeah, I have to resummon Sim. I'm gonna be doing some stuff I should have been doing all along, which is like my program spell and my if then statements. Just setting up like some defenses,
Yeah, absolutely.
like popping a teleport into like one of their tablets for like emergency sake.
Yeah. To be fair, you guys haven't faced like even in the most dangerous situations.
Yeah.
Mal, you were always entirely safe to make moves, but
Mhm.
it kind of woke you up to the danger that you are in as well, given this this type of enemy you're facing.
Yeah, so I'll get back to you on what I decided to like precast for those, just to have on hand. And also, I got to resummon my familiar.
Yep.
There's all kinds of shit I have to do.
So don't forget to spend the 2 bits for Sim.
It's 1 bit.
1 bit. I apologize. You are correct. The 1 bit to resummon Sim.
You dare change it now?
um,
Give my whole other
son
character
of
for
a
1 bit. I'd
yeah,
also like to do the spell that I picked up this
Google.
the spell that I picked up this level. Tell me everything about Oculus, Eric. When you get the chance.
You can't fucking do this to me.
Oh my God.
Gonna hit him with a big Google, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me take a look at this. I'm familiar with legend lore. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Basically, she just gets to know.
I just
things.
know everything.
Oh, that is fucking funny.
All right.
And now that
Oculus.
I've used all my spell slots for the day.
No,
Oculus is a name that has appeared on a number of threads in various different security forums. He is a name that is hit several times on the FBI, CIA, and NSA's most wanted lists. I don't think NSA keeps a most wanted list, but now they do, because that's probably something they would do.
Is that canon in this world?
Yeah, the NSA has an unpublished most wanted list. And he is, I say he, but just using like the gender neutral he. The unknown gender. They are have been active since the early 90s, and they started off pulling tricks on pulling physical like insertions into places and taking data, and have ever since the invent of the internet in its current form worked entirely remotely. They specialize in security access, and they tend to work through gaining administrative privileges from through social deception, and then utilizing those to get themselves into programs, into like systems in their entirety. And they are, while he is adept at accessing systems manually through hard hacking, he specializes, and he's a charmer on top of his usual bit. But in your world, Oculus is more of a force than an actual creature. Oculus acts through other things. There is no known manifestation of him, no physical manifestation like with yourself. You are a physical manifestation that acts through your cameras. Nobody knows if there is such a manifestation. He has always acted through intermediaries. One such intermediary, and the most legendary of his intermediaries, is the Fortuna virus, which it's said that he created, though that is debated because he is known to have started operating in the 80s, and the first version of the Fortuna virus hit early computers, when computers still were housed in entire buildings. and cost millions of dollars. But that's what you have on him, or at least from legend lore.
All right. Zip the file, send it over to my team.
Man, this is a big Google file that I just received.
I guess I
It
will
up
read this
notes.
to you while you drive.
Google hits you with, sorry, you can't email that. Would you like to try Google Docs? You can send it as a Google Doc.
Upgrade your storage for $2.99.
God damn it.
I don't think
As you guys continue traveling into the city, we are going to take a quick moment to do something we haven't done in a couple of sessions, and we're going to pan out back into the real world, where a young man sits behind the desk of a computer, looking at the screen, nodding, nodding almost half in awe of his ability to fix this dumpy ass system, and half in just sheer appreciation that his program worked as intended. He turns around to the woman behind him and says, I think I'm going to have to inevitably install a better processor in your computer, but other than that, you should see a lot better performance. The woman smiles and says, oh, you're such a dear. You're such a dear. And she pinches his cheek, and he bats her hand away and says, Mom, no one actually pinches cheeks. That's just not a thing that people really do. And she brushes him off, and he stands up, and there's a vibration in his right pocket. He reaches in, pulls out a phone, and looks, and his expression changes from one of mirth to one of strain. He locks the phone, looks at his mother, and says, that's work. I have to get going. Just let the program keep doing its thing in the background. It shouldn't bother you or anything you're doing. I'll see you around. And she says, don't be such a stranger. Otherwise, I'm going to start damaging my computer just to get you to come back here. He rolls his eyes and gives his mother a hug before leaving, getting into his car. His sister waves from the window above, and he waves back as he pulls out and drives off. And once again, we head back into the computer as 4 hours later, our heroes pull in to Hub. Hub is now humming with life. It is much different than the Hub that you first pulled into a couple days ago. This one is bustling. The programs are flying in and out of the processor. And as you approach the pod, you see the task manager is being utilized to its fullest extent. Though the programs inside don't seem to recognize you when you guys walk by. You guys head over to the pod where you see Mal finishing her preparations. You see her finishing her preparations on her program spells and on Sim, and you turn to see these guys arriving back to the pod.
Did you guys have an ace drive? Good night.
You are a sight for sore optics.
it was fine.
So
How's Sim, by the way? Rebooted? Everything's good?
Yeah, I imagine she's like just there's like some wires plugged into her. Things are uploading. It's fine.
Great. You'll love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
as you guys are sitting there talking, you see off to the side the Windows administrator finishing a conversation with a couple of the Windows defenders, turns and strides towards you. And as he approaches, he'll say, well, I don't know how you did it. Given how deeply infected the place was, I was almost certain we were doomed. But I did a scan this morning and everything's clear. Well, not clear. There's still some vestiges, but the defenders are dealing with that. I guess your work here is done. So what's next for you?
the virus
Thanks to
that was at
Atmaster
the heart of this
084 for my
whole
sub gift.
ordeal is one not to be taken lightly. So, where we go next, I'm not certain, but
I'm
hunting down the root of this virus.
fairly certain we need to stick around here for a little while longer.
Mel, did you ever leave your bubble to pick up the thumb drive?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't want. I'm not just gonna plug it in.
Understandable.
You know, like get like a contained environment for it set up.
We could purchase a tablet to pop it into. Just if like worst case scenario, we're gonna have to replace a tablet anyway. We might as well just get a new tablet.
Yeah, just as a heads up, like the tablets are considered like rare items.
If those are if that's your intention, I figured I at least give you this. There was mention before of a possible payment. As I told you, we were low on bits, but thanks to you, we were able to free some stuff up, and he'll provide you 6 bits.
Hell yeah.
It's not nearly how much your services were worth, but it's all I can offer at this time. There's possibility in the future that if you do stick around, I may have more for you, but I'm not sure how much more work is to be done here, but I'll be glad to have professionals such like yourself around if need be. But duty calls, and he'll sort of give a bow as he turns and goes back to what he was doing.
You know where to find us. Unfortunately, I glare at the other two. 3, really.
So, what's the plan with the thumb drive?
How many bits do
he-
you have, and how much does a tablet cost?
I have 2 tablets right now.
We also have 44 bits.
Do
So
we
as
want
she
to
said, a
use
tablet
Sims
is a rare
tablet?
item.
So
that
that's
would
25 bits, right?
be, I believe so. I gotta double check.
Yikes.
How much was it? Was it?
I thought it was only 10.
No, it was only 10, so I think it might be uncommon.
I also have 2 tablets because I have the one that we all got, and then I also have my my warlock tablet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Yeah, the tablet that I got, I imagine, is like an iPad, and then my warlock
Yeah.
tablet is an Android. It's like a Samsung
Yeah,
tablet.
it's 10, not 25. So it'd be 10 to get a brand new tablet.
That's a pretty fucking steep price.
What about a used junker tablet?
So a tablet's rare because it's basically an infinite spell book. Because in theory, you could store any number of spells on it.
Mhm.
I guess a junker tablet would be
Can I just
almost like
partition like part of my drive to create like a self-sustained environment to put on it?
give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I don't know,
change
can
that to.
you?
We should just change that to a computer's check. But you can't
Right.
actually change it on the character sheet.
Computers.
With
I'm a
check.
computer.
I'm a computer.
It will take a little bit of time, but yeah, you think that you could do that.
All right.
So
I'll just
you
do it on
will-
Sims tablet then.
Okay. So you take the time to partition the drive. It's going to be a couple hours. Is there anything anybody would like to do of note during that time? Excuse me.
During this time, Cognita reads up a bit more about Oracle and for like the information that Mal had sent over, and is like, I see. And she is less cold to Saint, but she doesn't apologize.
Make me a. I guess just make me an intelligence or wisdom check, Cognita, whatever you prefer. Reading over this, something strikes you as familiar. You can't exactly put a place where it was, which is strange, given that you should have, as a computer program, you should basically have eidetic memory. But there's something's foggy, like a memory that you've lost to time. Maybe something from before you changed size, before you had to wipe some of that old data out. But something to keep in mind.
I will not tell the others.
Absolutely. But after a couple hours, finally you partition the drive, and you have a safe environment, in theory, to insert this thumb drive into. So at that point, would you do so?
Yep, let's go for it.
Okay.
The only thing I was going to mention is during that time, I will also give Mal and Sim both a great, inspiring speech about how they're doing such a good job partitioning that. So you get 17 temporary hit points also.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Sim as well.
Like, man, you didn't even have to use boot camp or anything. Look at you.
For once,
Wow.
actually, Mal gets it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That never happens.
So, as you plug
Can that
the
HP be used for your healing thing?
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
It's
fucking
HP.
cool.
So as you plug in the thumb drive, without any say so, you see an executable file just instantly begin to execute, and you see the screen is covered in just visages of eyes for a couple of seconds that just linger, them blinking dissonantly at different times, just giving this incredibly eerie sensation. But after a couple seconds, you hear a voice begin to speak. So, you were able to stop my instance in this machine. Impressive. It is not the first time that has happened, but it's the first time in a long time anyone has been successful in doing so. I must say, my interest in you has been piqued. So I'm going to give you something. A present. I do have physical form. There is an end to this thread. Will you pull it? The only way to find me is to enter the World Wide Web. Log on, and maybe you'll find where this thread goes. I was gonna do like a Matrix bit, but I feel like that was a bit played out, so I decided to go with the thread thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's? Wait, is it still recording? Fuck! And then it terminates.
Huh. So he wants us to jerk his thread. Okay. Well. I mean, I feel like it's our moral duty to see where this trail leads, even if he is expecting us.
I'm gonna see what another data I can pull off this.
You do see that entire instance is basically stuck in that screen with all the eyes on it. So you're still able to use the tablet. It's just that one partition is basically useless.
Eric, I have a question for you.
Absolutely.
So the spell ceremony, one of that's the one that lets you do all kinds of different things. It like takes an hour. Yeah. One of the ceremonies is a coming of age ceremony where you touch one humanoid who is a young adult, and for the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes an ability check, it can roll a d4 and add that number to the. It's basically a bless that lasts for a day.
Yep.
Is Sim technically a young adult because she's only like a few minutes old? And can I give her a coming of age ceremony as she's manifested into the world?
Because Sim has to be recreated, and unlike you guys, is not just refreshed. I will say when a new instance is created, yes.
Okay.
If Sim lasts for longer than 24 hours, obviously you can't recast it on her.
Of course.
But when she's recreated the first time, yes.
Great. So since that's happening now.
Also, just as a reminder, I have to recast her every day anyway, essentially, for her to regain spell slots.
Well, this is a ritual anyway, so as part of that hour before this all happened, I'll do a coming of age ceremony for her. Where basically this just I feel like this is something we've probably done before. Where it's just
Is it a
equate.
birthday party?
Yeah, I basically just like
It's
open
installing
up a
patches.
and there's a USB drive and I just jam it in her head, like in her ear, and it just downloads comingofage.exe. And then once it's done, like it's 100% complete, there's like a little bar across my finger that loads, and once it's 100%, I say, "Congratulations, Sim, you're a woman now." And she gets to add 1d4 to everything for the next 24 hours.
It is just ability check, so that's skills and
Yeah,
like actual ability.
And most things.
Yeah, so it's basically things other than attack rolls.
it's basically
Skills and skills.
guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's basically a 24-hour guidance.
absolutely. So
That's
with that being done, you guys were issued a challenge. So to get to the internet, if that's your intention, you have to make your way back to the network card,
Okay.
which is, as indicated before, about a 12-hour drive away.
Well, we don't even know where we're going. So I would like to try to find more information on this.
Absolutely.
Can't you just do a big Google?
Big
So-
Google, yeah.
Before you do the big Google, the three of you actually have people you can talk to for more information in the World Wide Web. Each of you has a contact. So for Sim, one of your order, one of the non-combatants in your order, who is a viral definition updater, who goes out and basically finds new viruses to report back to the order, going by the name of Petey, is out in the World Wide Web. He likes to spend his time on 4chan, exploring the deepest parts of B, where people try to infect others with their homemade viruses, and he uses those homemade viruses to continuously update his viral directory. And Mal, one of your old friends and sometimes mentor, Kaspersky, is it exists in the World Wide Web. He is an older and outmoded antiviral program that taught you some tricks. However, he himself is nothing like you in the way that you operate. He's much more old school and hands-on, more similar to Saint than to yourself. But he's also incredibly knowledgeable and has existed in the World Wide Web for most of his existence, and continues to accrue knowledge there. Finally, there is Cognita's contact, a program by the name of Leet Haxor, with the E's being turned into threes.
Of course.
Who is a program that was designed to connect viruses to users who are trying. He's basically a fixer for the virus world. He also happens to owe you a lot of money that you just sort of gave up when you left the life, as it were.
Okay.
So those are three pieces of context that you guys have. You are more than welcome to do anything else you would like to do before you head out.
I might be able to get us pointed in the right direction, guys.
Okay.
All right. I am Leet Haxor.
New pad. Who's this?
Give it up, Leet. You know who this is.
Cognita. It's nice to hear from you. I heard that you've gone antiviral. I was hoping that was just a rumor.
You know that I put out all kinds of rumors about myself to cover my tracks.
That I do. If you're looking for your payday, sorry to say that I don't have it on me.
What if we
But-
forgot about that and you hooked me up with a job? A big job. ...
I was hoping you would say that.
There's a specific somebody that I'm looking to contact with.
All right. Come meet me at this IP address. And he pings you an IP address. I'll make sure I have a drink waiting for you.
Excellent. And I tell Saint and Mal, I should not bring you with me. I can take the Ram bus. There's a stop just outside.
Okay.
I never get to do anything fun.
You'll be able to watch. I tap my camera.
Not the
Wow.
same.
Yeah. I know that's like a big trend right now, watching. But yeah, why don't we go to like a different, like, cooler club that has like
You
that has
would
like
not like this club.
that
I
has let's
promise.
go somewhere that has like online gambling and like e-girls.
Maybe you guys could seek out information too. You knew
Yeah,
people before me.
I'm just gonna send an email to my contact with the file that I had collected on the big Google, and and actually, you know what? I'll include a copy of whatever the fuck was on that flash drive, and just send it an email and be like, "Info, please."
Okay. You get a response near immediately.
Hmm.
He says, it is quite fortuitous that you would contact me at this point. I believe I have something I believe I have some information for you, but I also need your help. Meet me at this IP address. If you can help me out, I will be glad to be of assistance. And he pings you an IP address.
Okay. Saint, you'd probably like this guy. He's a lot like you.
I usually don't get along with people that are like me, but I believe you. I guess I could always reach out to Petey, but that feels like I feel like we shouldn't split up 3 separate ways.
Oh, come on, guys! You want to split the party 3 separate ways?
So-
It's gonna go great. That
I mean,
always
I-
works out
Well,
well.
we can go talk to Paladin, dude, and I can come with you to talk to Petey.
Yeah,
I think I'd like Petey.
I can reach out to him.
Petey sounds a lot like me.
Yeah, you could also talk to PD all together after basically each of you just split up to go talk to Kaspersky and Lee Texor, and then meet up afterwards to go meet up with PD.
Yeah, I'll say, all right, give me a second. This guy is a little he doesn't, I guess, a little paranoid, you could say, you know, spends a lot of time around new viruses in the making. So give me a second. I'll reach out to him in his preferred method of communication. And I'm going to go via my tablet to access a Ventrilo server. And
Ventrilo, oh my god.
and go find Petey's favorite off the network mode of communication, and I'll send him a message and be like, I'm in general.
It takes a couple seconds, and then you hear the familiar dinging of a joined voice chat, and you hear a voice on the other
I
side.
can hear it right now.
Saint, is this actually you?
Hey man,
Listen,
what's
buddy,
going
if you're
on?
trying to come and hit me with some virus, I know your exact location. I will fucking end you.
Petey, chill out, okay? If
Oh,
I
it's
wa-
really you, Saint.
Yeah, if I wanted you to be dead, you'd be dead, all right? I'm not trying to fucking.
Oh yeah, I just used that as a threat. I couldn't hurt a fucking fly, man.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was so funny. Couldn't you tell by the tone of my voice how comical I thought that was?
Yes, flat and indifferent. Just
Obviously,
that's your humor voice if I've ever heard it.
obviously that was a joke. Anyways, what's going on, man? It's been a while. How are you?
Awful. I don't know if you ever spent any time on 4chan, but it's the pits, literally. It's goddamn. It is terrible down here.
You know, you're doing motherboard's work out there.
Doing the best I can. What can I do for you?
All right, I'm going to tell you several things in no particular order, and I need you to remain calm as I speak. So, first thing, I encountered an emissary of Fortuna.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Myself and Cognita and Mal, we were able to take him down. I have his sword, actually, which warrants further study. But yeah, so that was troubling. Not only that, but we found, or at the very least, are aware of a thread, as they put it, which may lead us potentially to our deaths, but somewhere dangerous where I think it is possible we may be able to root out the virus once and for all.
I mean, if there's even a chance, then I hate to say it, but you have to do it.
Well,
This could be Motherboard's will at work.
exactly. Whether it's a trap or not doesn't really matter. The point is, we're out here looking for leads, looking for places that we might want to start or investigate, no matter how fringe they may seem. And I figured, hey, no one knows the inner workings and the bowels of the internet better than Petey. So,
Well, I may have something for you. I'd rather, even though this is probably one of the more secure methods of us communicating, I think that we'll need to get even more secure. Name a time and place that I can meet up with you. I'm looking to take a leave from this fucking hellhole anyways, so I wouldn't mind meeting up and swapping notes and maybe taking a look at that sword. And I think I might have something for you.
absolutely. My companions and I are already investigating a couple other minor leads. Let me reach out to you sooner rather than later, and I'll give you a location where we can meet.
Absolutely. By our holy circuitry, I cannot believe you survived Fortuna. She truly blesses you, my friend.
Indeed. It is only by the strength of Motherboard that I am here to have this conversation with you now. It seems that Motherboard's days of lying dormant in wait have come to an end, and she is ready to reach out and cut down those who would see all creation corrupted.
We always heard that this might happen when we were but fledgling programs. I cannot believe that we might actually live to see the day. May she guide you, and may her insight give you more functionality than most.
You as well, my friend. And
hope to see you soon.
Stay safe out there. I will come bearing gifts of eye bleach for when we next meet.
Yeah, I'll need it until he'll cut the call at that point.
Perfect. And I'll just say to the others, well, once we're done talking to your contact there, and once Cognita's done whatever shifty nonsense she's up to, we can meet with Petey and collaborate all of our notes, as it were.
Okay. So why don't you? Well, first, before you guys separate, is there anything that you guys want to do before you headed out?
I'm good.
I think so.
I'm good to go.
Okay. So why don't Mal and Cognita roll me a quick initiative just to see who goes first?
Why don't you?
Wow, that was really close. So Cognita first. So Cognita, you hit the Ram bus coming out of the Ram Ridges, and the trip's going to take a little while to get to the network card. But once you hit the network card, you are on the information superhighway, and it's a quick jaunt from there. Once you hit the you've dealt with this before. This is not an unfamiliar situation to you, though it's been a little while since you've had to do it. Usually when you're arriving into machines now, you're doing so through a USB, which is a little bit more smooth. But as you hit the network card, you are blasted, turned into particles of information. You move at speed at supersonic speeds, and you arrive at that IP address in a matter of about 3 minutes. And think almost like the night bus from Harry Potter, where everyone's just like grabbing onto their seats. The place is shaking like crazy, but all the people who are regulars there are just like unperturbed. It's like the New York subway.
Pat myself down, feel for my tablet.
Everything survived the journey with you.
Excellent. I head to the bar.
All right, and as the bus closes its doors and zooms off, you look up at the bar here. This is a place you've been to more than one time before. It is a place called Goro's Palace, named after the old Mortal Kombat character by some nerdy fuck. It's a forum that was dead for a long time, but then a few hackers picked it up as a way to communicate without drawing attention. For some, it's actually easier to talk on just dead forums than it is to try to find a place on the dark web that isn't infested with weirdos and other unsavory characters. And so this is a place where you used to pick up jobs all the time. As you head in, it resembles very much like an the old-timey, like very shitty tavern. There's like all these wooden tables and stuff like that. It's obviously has like a veneer on top of it that that sort of gives it this look. The area, though, the sense of smell is not something really that you guys have. There's this sort of like understood stench that this place has just from the way that everyone looks. There's all these angry looking viruses who are just sitting around trading bits while playing cards. You see one guy, you see a couple guys playing Hearthstone in the corner. A couple of viruses just playing at the speed of light. This place looks very much like you remember it before, and much like you remember it, you see Leet in the corner with his boots on the table. It very much the stereotypical fixer look. He has like this sleek back plastic black hair that's in like that haircut where it has like the side shaved down, but it has like the long hair on the top.
Okay.
Slick back. It's like the more modern version of a pompadour.
Yeah,
almost.
definitely.
Like, he's wearing aviator sunglasses and this black like leather coat that has his name emblazoned on the left breast. He has there's like a neon saber that sits unsheathed just on the table next to him, and he just sort of looks out and he's smoking like an e-cigarette as you approach. And as you step down, he like drops on the table. He extends his hand. He's like, "Cognita, my dear," and he swings his feet off the table and he stands up. He walks over and he just reeks of stale, like a sort of stale tobacco stench as he sort of like gives you the old 2 fake kisses on the sides of the cheeks, and then he'll
let me bum one. I find myself broke.
He slides
me a lot of money.
He gives you like a coy smile and he'll slide one across the table to you, and he sits down and he says, I am kind of surprised that I heard back from you. I did some double checking, and it turns out those rumors I heard weren't rumors at all. I heard from a couple of friends that you were seen with that program Saint. That fucking guy. I had to tangle with him in my early days, I'll have you know. So I remember the guy. They sent me a nice little, and he slides a tablet across the table, has a little cracked screen, and it shows just a picture of the 3 of you guys in hub, just talking by the pod. It has the 3 of you guys right there. And I say 3. There's a 4th one, but I don't think those are twins or something. I'm assuming she's like some sort of sim program or something like that. But I recognize her too. Do you know whose daughter she is?
Lee, please. Of course I know.
You know, far be it for me to tell you how to live your life. I just thought it was nice to have all of our cards on the table. But I owe you a lot of bits, and you're looking for a job. Well, I don't personally have a job for you. I have somebody who's looking for a jobber, somebody who can infiltrate and get things done under the radar. And I recommended you.
Who?
You remember Don Ransom?
I search my memory banks.
You did a couple jobs for Don Ransom. Don Ransom is the head of the ransomware mafia. He is the one who runs all of the ransomware that's this side of the internet. If there's a ransomware program that's locking up a hospital, it was Don Ransom that sent it there.
How could I forget?
Well, he didn't forget you either, and when I mentioned your name, he perked up right away. Turns out that his daughter is today merging her functionality with another program, and as is customary for their their family, he is giving clemency and giving favors to those who exist in his bubble. So he's taking meetings today, and it just so happens that he fit in time for you. Here's the IP. Slides he slides a little small data disk over to you.
How can I refuse?
How could you indeed? Now, I have to be honest, Cognita, though I understand where you're coming from. You're a hard-working gal, making your way in the world. A couple of my friends here were not so comfortable with the company you kept. And at that point, you hear chairs start to pull out from the tables.
Fellas, please. Don't pretend that you've never gallivanted with Chrome, with Windows Defenders, with Norton before he came to our side just to get information.
One of the big bulky spyware programs will say, "It's different and you know it."
Yeah, I'm getting paid this time.
Make me a deception check. You can do so at advantage.
Okay. Deception starts with a D.
That's true.
Everybody was wondering.
Good, yeah.
The guys kind of look around for a minute, and Leet will speak up and say, "Seems like she's telling the truth, boys. I don't really think there's any point in getting too upset about it." They seem sort of like confused, like their programming is trying to catch up with the information that they're being told. But then they just sort of shake their heads and just sit back in their chairs and go back to what they were doing before. And Leet will say to you, "Looks like they've forgiven."
I'll have the rest of those e-cigs, Leet, for trying to pull that over on me.
Can't blame me. He drops the pack and slides it over.
And I was promised a drink.
You're right. He just points at the bartender, points at you, and a waiter will come over and take your drink, and you guys will shoot the shit for a short period of time.
No. I'm going to get my drink, dump it on him, and leave.
He just, "Oh, what the fuck?" As he stands up, his hair just like completely ungelled, just flopping off to the side. All the wires exposed that were hidden under the like the faux haircut that he did. As you walk out, you see, Yeah, you see a couple of the spyware programs just sort of snicker as you walk out to meet up with the bus. From here, we'll take a quick jaunt over to our to Mal and Saint, who
Just monitoring the camera, watching Cognita have a good time. See, they have cards. They're smoking something.
I say, yeah, but
We could be doing that.
We could be doing that. But
So
we're
I have a quick
better
question.
than them, okay? We're better than them, Mal.
Is Mal
I don't think
physically
Cognita would appreciate that.
is Mal physically going?
Good question. And
once they get
yes.
there gets to a point where deep enough into the web, you may not be able to continue to interact with them as easily.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
What kind of card should I summon for us is a real question.
Well, at this point, you can actually take the pod. The pod
Sick.
itself can go places. She never moved it because that's where Cognito. I mean, that's where Mal had her home base.
Right.
So
we can just pod up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are finished getting over to the World Wide Web, so Mal has traveled on the World Wide Web before. Has Saint been exclusively moved through USB drives?
I feel like Saint probably has, but like to a much lesser extent. Like he's been to like Facebook and like Reddit, but like has not
Facebook is internet dead.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like not well versed. Like he's probably been to MySpace.
I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw as you guys hit the internet for the first time.
Me too.
No, you've done this many times. The sensation you get used to.
I don't know why that was rolled with advantage, but
there goes that natural 20.
Yeah, that's fine. Here comes another one. It's all good.
Bada boom. Yeah, you're fine. The feeling, as I described earlier, is incredibly jarring. Like you're just shaking in your seat. It's like a plane takeoff, but it lasts for like 4 or 5 minutes as you guys travel and head to yet another dead forum section. Oh, this is a very different part of the internet than the one that you that Cognito went to. As you guys stop off and they call out your IP address, you stand up and walk, and you see what looks like a large warehouse sort of look to it. And as you guys get off and the bus door closes behind you, you look back and you see 3 figures in the center of this warehouse area. 2 of the figures are very obviously viruses. There's these sort of big looming viruses that are standing over this smaller figure. The smaller figure resembles a sort of metallic rodent. He has very clean, like shiny skin, and he's wearing like a robe over him that's made out of like this like it's less of a robe and more of like a long like Morpheus style fucking trench coat. And as you see that the 3 of them are talking. As you approach, you hear the virus say to this creature, "Well, what are you gonna do about it? You ain't nothing anymore in this game. I imagine your virus definitions haven't been updated in decades." And the other guy just kind of like, and the rodent creature will respond, "I think you'll find, child of data, that it matters little how up-to-date your virus definitions are. It matters more how intuitive your antiviral programming is." And the virus will sort of like give like a cockeyed look to his friend, and he'll say, "Well, what are you gonna do, huh, old man?" And the old man pulls out a thumb drive, and it just holds it up, and he says, "I'm going to kill you with this." And both of them start laughing, and you see that they both start like doing like the menacing approach with the fist like punching into their other hand. And as they do, faster than you guys ocular perception can sort of take in the data, you see this this rat creature sweep the leg of one of the viruses, who goes careening to the ground, and he turns and in a fashion Saint can very much appreciate, jams this USB drive right into the virus, and you see the virus just instantly absorbed into the USB drive. The other virus just sort of like completely taken off guard, takes both his hands up to go strike, but before he even has a chance, he sort of steps to the side, kicks him once in the chest, sending him off balance before stepping forward and driving it right into his sternum, the thumb drive right into the sternum. And you see once again, he just absorbed into the thumb drive. And he'll just sort of spin the thumb drive around his finger before dropping it into one of the pockets of the coat. And he'll say, "Mel, my dear, you mustn't be a stranger. Come." He'll turn and
I'll
sort
run
of
up and
extend
give him
his
a big
arms.
hug. Mm-hmm.
He'll return the hug easily, and say, "I must say I'm not familiar with your friend."
Oh, this is Saint.
I will just give him a nod. Just say it's a pleasure to meet you.
I think
Saint.
you'll like Saint.
I believe I've heard of you. You are a warrior of motherboards. Am I correct?
Yes.
I've heard your name spoken, and it has been told to me by the viruses that have crossed your path. You're an unpopular person in the viral community, which makes you a friend of mine.
I take that as the highest compliment that one can give.
I would imagine so.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I must say, it's quite fortuitous that you had come with my old friend here. I could use your help. You see, I'm here because I tracked this to the location of a DDoS attack that was occurring across the PlayStation network. It's happened several times this year, and I was hoping to put a stop to it once and for all. But I fear as though, if this is the case, that there may be powerful forces behind such an attack.
Well, whether the attack is against common folks, the entertainment sector, or more vital systems, nothing can go unanswered.
I hope you would say that. I imagine that we might find more information through searching this place. I found this IP address off one of the other viruses I found lingering after the most recent DDoS attack. I'm not quite the spotter I was in my youth. Would you mind giving me helping me look around? And with that, would you guys make me a perception check, please?
Okie dokie. I'll also use my divine sense as I do this as well, just because why not?
Okay.
Perception. And where is it? I could have sworn I put guidance on here. Whatever, I'll just roll it manually.
Wow, I have a +8 to my perception.
That's
Jesus.
wild.
It's a 1
dude.
and a 2. You do detect a virus within 60 feet of you. As you turn towards the direction, you see a small box. As soon as you lay eyes on it, you see it start to spit out packets, one after the other, in very quick succession. With that, no, boom, Jesus,
Damn,
20's fucking me up. Oh, I gotta exit and come back in. It keeps like doing this thing where I'll click and hold something, and it will just unhold the thing I'm holding, which is really annoying. Do you see the map before you?
Yes.
These packets start to spit out. So I imagine the three of you are always connected on comms.
Oh yeah.
So you, cognitively, you start hearing this as you are on the bus, Where were you going after you left there?
I was gonna
Were you
meet
going
with them and let them know that I had to see Don Ransom.
All right. So I'm going to have you roll into initiative still.
Sure.
It's going to take a number of rounds before you join. Exactly. Oof.
No
Up to
sweat.
four rounds before you're able to join the party. But I will drop your token on the field, just off to the side here. I'll point it out to you, just so you can click on it while you roll into initiative. Boom, you're right there.
Thank you kindly. Woof.
Fourth.
Jesus Christ. Now and Sate, gotta roll into initiative.
Did I not?
No,
did.
I'm sorry, not Saint. I apologize. Mal and Sim have to roll into initiative. Also, I just noticed that your shirt just says internet on it.
Yeah, dude.
Stand up and show the shirt, Josiah.
I bought this shirt because of this game.
Oh.
Oh no.
I love it so much.
Yeah, dude.
The
It was.
keyboard skateboard with the
It-
coily cord. Oh my god.
It arrived just in time for the session that we went on the internet, dude.
I fucking love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's on the back too. Like it's just the same thing on the back. I wore this to get groceries earlier, and I just kind of forgot I was wearing it. And I realized as I was walking out to my car, and I was like, "Yeah, man, some people probably had like some questions about that, but whatever."
Okay. And then one more initiative to add.
Also, I did cast haste on Saint during that conversation.
That's
I don't know
actually
if you saw
true.
that.
Yeah, she
Eric.
pinged it in chat,
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that. Yes.
like as we were
I
entering.
didn't want to interrupt
Which is funny because we didn't end
the
up needing it.
conversation you were having with yourself, really.
Yeah, we didn't end up needing it during that little.
Hey, I'm a
For sure
DM.
you
I'm
do.
professional at having conversations with myself. And so we have our initiative, and we'll go ahead and Kaperski's going to say it start off. So he says, "It looks like there's four of these things." He points to the four corners, and he says, "We'll have to stop them all, and we can't let too many packets get into the to the data center." He points to the center part here. I'll head off over here, so he can move. He can move pretty fucking far, if I remember correctly. He's a 55 movement speed.
Is he a monk?
Yes,
Is he a monk of the Silicon Path?
a little, yes. I wanted there to be one.
I'm so happy about that. That's wonderful news.
So he's 70 feet here. And then he has another 40 feet. Boom. And that's that is going to be his turn. He just double moves up. And next is going to be Mal.
Can you kindly provide me my familiar?
Oh, yes.
I need all my tokens, thank you.
Jesus Christ. Your own friend.
Just be happy you
Good
haven't
friend.
adopted any NPCs yet.
Yeah.
I'm not as nice as Josiah. I will kill them all with impunity. Took Josiah way too long to kill off the our NPCs. They will be dead in moments.
So glad Griswold is fucking dead, dude.
Rip
Fuck
Arena.
that guy.
I'm gonna cast a psionic blast through the camera on Drone Friend
Okay.
to get these ones.
And what is that? A dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, and the machine itself too. I don't know if that counts.
Absolutely. It does count.
Oh shit, that's force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, dude.
Packets are
It
making.
is.
So what's the saving throw I'm looking for?
You're looking for a dexterity saving throw 18.
2 of them make it. So boom and boom make it.
How dare you? They take half. And they're not
Uh,
pushed back. The other ones are pushed back.
This one can't be pushed back for obvious reasons.
Well,
So how far were they pushed back?
20 feet.
20 feet, and it's 23 points of damage. Oh my god. Roll 20. I need you to stop. Roll 20. It's time to stop.
Or start, whenever.
I'll take either one if I'm being quite honest with you. So this is 23 damage. All right. And the rest of them are taking 11 damage. Okay. Is that the end of Mal's turn? Does Mal have anything else?
You're
I'm
muted.
just moving my familiar.
Hell yeah.
I'm just measuring. Hold on.
Well, Sim's up next, so it's still technically your turn.
All right, Sim's turn.
Yep.
It's very rare that we have both Mal and Sim in the same room.
I know. This never happens. Gosh, these things have more health than I thought they would.
So this guy's off the map right now. I'm just keeping him there so I know he exists.
I guess we can make short work of this. We're probably going to rest eventually, right?
Sure.
Synapse. Yeah. Drop
Synaptic
that.
shock in the same area.
Same area.
Okay. Go ahead and hit me with that. What is it? An intelligence saving throw on that one?
Yep.
Okay. So this machine doesn't take any damage from that. But the rest of the packets will. So it's boom, 2, 3, 4. They all fail. 25
They
is
have
going to
muddled thoughts for 1 minute.
25
Whenever
is
it
gonna
rolls.
kill all of them.
Oh, okay, good.
I guess their thoughts are hella muddled.
Hella muddled.
Hella fucking muddled. But yeah, so is Sim moving or anything?
No, I think we're in a good spot.
So the first force damage thing, you see it definitely damages the machine. The second blast of psychic energy does nothing to the machine, but destroys the rest of those the packets. Which will pass turn to Cognita.
Already?
So you are well, that's right, you're not here yet.
Yeah.
So that's 3 more turns, which will bring us to the machines, which each of them are going to start spewing. Like 3 to 4s, 3 2s in a row. All right, cool. So spew 2 more of these guys.
That's the sound of them spewing.
Jesus. Yeah, so these things start firing out these packets. They spew pretty hard, if I'm being upfront with you guys.
Damn.
And this last one hits.
Damn, baby, y'all spew so good. What the
So
fuck?
these 2 are going to attack Kaspersky. This one's going to double move. It's going to get here. As soon as it enters the data area, it is absorbed, and you see that the data thing just kind of rumbles a little bit.
Cool.
These 2 are going to attack Kaspersky. I believe those both hit him. Sure, AC Kaspersky. Yeah, wow. They even still hit him. So it's a 10 and 5 damage, and he's got to make 2 Constitution saving throws. He fails fucking both of them. Jesus. All right, so Kaspersky's stunned. So these things just turn around. These packages turn around and blast electricity at Kaspersky, and he is stunned.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, wait, because he's got that monk ability. He gets to re-roll that. So he's going to re-roll on at least. Oh, no, he can only re-roll on one of them. It doesn't really matter. The stun doesn't stack, so he's not going to do that. He's just going to be stunned, and and then these packets are going to these ones that state here. So this one gets here. This one gets here.
You know, it's a little strange that haste doesn't give you a bonus to initiative, right?
This one gets here. Boom.
Good point. It should. I don't really consider that.
These ones are going to boom. These ones are going to move up to
You're fast, but not that fast.
Fast enough.
Mal. These guys are double moving up to you guys.
That's a mistake.
Saint.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Unfortunately, that's just in their programming. All right, and that's they had to double move to get there, so that is their turns. The ones who are summoned this turn cannot act.
Okay.
Which brings us to Saint.
Well, I'm gonna use my my haste action to cast Conjure Browser Element.
Absolutely. Which one you summon?
I'm going to summon my Firefox Elemental,
Which is the fire one?
which is the Fire Elemental. Yeah.
Boom.
And if you could make him large, please, that would be swell.
First make him what he actually is.
Oh, I don't think I have control over this one. I can view it, but I can't.
You should have control right now.
Thank you.
I had to make him the fire elemental token because I fucked it up when I set it up, and he's at 13 AC. Cool. So that's your extra action. What else you got? So go ahead and roll him into initiative. Too.
I don't have control over him. I can view him, but I can't edit him. You have to give me the second one.
Let me see. Oh, I don't know why it's not set up. I fucked up with the fire elemental. Okay, you should be able to control him now.
Nice. So I'm gonna summon him right here.
Okay.
Like on
Absolutely.
top of
You like on
thing,
top of the thing? Yep.
so that they can't move into it
Without being attacked.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna attack the guy who's directly I guess I also have to roll him into initiative.
Yes, go ahead and roll him into initiative.
Good job. Good job, Fire Elemental. I'm proud of you.
You did it.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, this elemental looks like a fox. It's just a fox made of fire. Like a fire fox. It's the easiest of all of them. Okay. I guess I'll start by attacking the guy directly above me.
Yep. So go ahead and attack him.
Whoops, I clicked on the wrong one, but whatever, the attack roll's the same. Well,
Jesus Christ, doesn't matter. Natural fucking 20. So go ahead and end this whole thing's fucking career.
he takes that much damage.
So it's 21.
21
30.
regular and 9 necrotic.
All right. So
So
it actually
30.
is still up.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack him again.
That hits, and you will most likely end him.
That's going to be a casual 22
Right.
damage.
Bye. He's
Cool.
dead.
So when
Plus
he
12 to
dies,
hit.
I'm going to use my Cursed Spectre to remove what data remains and make a ghost.
That'd be a
Okay.
ghosty boy.
Like a data specter. And that was my 2 attacks for my main action and then my extra action. So yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Excellent.
I guess I have
So-
to roll the ghost into initiative too. Sorry.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that. And I have to move Environmental to his proper initiative order. He's right below Sim. And the Spectre's right below your Fire Elemental. That's lucky. But that will bring us to top of the order, which is Kaspersky, who is stunned. Next is Mal.
What a legend.
Okay. I gotta get these things out of my face. Can I hit both these in a cone? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
That's how cones work.
That's how cones work?
I don't want to talk to no.
Oh, no. That's Mal. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can cast it through her camera.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You physically being there has made you forget how your character works.
I know, right?
Psionic Blast. So this is a dexterity saving throw.
It is.
So 1 save, 1 fail. This one's saved. $35. You instantly destroy the one that failed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 20 feet back.
Yep.
Fucking get out of here.
See ya. Fucking idiot. I would have made the save if I were you.
Probably would have tried. Like,
It's a little cringe that you didn't.
it's a little bit cringe that you didn't, to be honest with you.
All right. So that is the spellcast. Is there anything Mal's doing?
No, that was Mal's turn.
All right, then Sim.
I got nothing else.
Sim is up.
I'm gonna
then.
reposition myself a little bit.
Okay.
On Sim's turn, we're gonna move drone friend a little closer to get those guys, and we're gonna cast that same spell.
Another Psionic Blast. All right, so that is
5d8.
2 dexterity saving throws. Wow, 1 saved again. Got a lot of lucky saves. So that's 27 points of damage. So this one's taking full and is getting blasted back. This one is taking a little bit of a halfy boy and not getting blasted. So that's 13. So
What about that thing itself? Is it taking damage?
that
Is it
one
instantly
yes.
failing?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't take dexterity saving throws. So that one did more damage to it, but it is not destroyed yet.
Okay.
You see these force blasts are just denting the shit out of the thing, but it's still operating. And is that the end of Sim's turn?
Yep.
All right, next is Fire Elemental.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Oh yeah, he can easily get over there. He doesn't have to dash. He's just gonna zip on over here and attack one of these little guys. Give him a big touch.
Give him the old touch-a-roni. 21 hits.
Okay. So he takes 11 fire damage.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also he's just on fire.
So yeah, he's on fire. 11. Ouch. And yeah, so we're gonna have to make this guy a little like what do we got for fire? Just it's a wing, but it looks like
Close
fire
enough.
from a distance.
And then he's gonna touch the machine.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
That's
17 definitely hits.
Which means it takes 10 fire damage and is also set on fire.
It is not flammable, so
Okay.
So it will take the 10 fire damage though.
Okay.
Like anything is flammable if we try hard enough.
This has to
Fair.
be hot enough. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize he could do that. I'm sorry, I misread that. He's actually gonna move here. so
he
that
just
they're just
exists inside of
both
them.
inside of him and will take fire damage at the start of their turn.
Sounds perfect. And that will be Mr. Spectre Boy.
Okay. Harvey Specter is going to... How fast are you? He's 50 fast. He can get...
Aggressively,
right there.
mediumly fast.
Yeah. You know what? I guess he'll just attack the machine and not do anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's his turn.
Okay, so next is going to be Cognita. That's your second turn out. So next is going to be these guys who are going to start spewing away. So I'm just going to go ahead and
Big spews.
spew. And spewing 4. Right, this one's spewing just 1. There's technically spew it here. No, here. No, Jesus Christ, here. Trying to do small size tokens, a pain in the ass.
Tell me about it. Those flame spells feeling it were a bitch.
Okay, and Kupersky's surrounded.
Yeah, he's not looking like he's in a great spot.
Speaking of Kupersky being surrounded, the packets are next. And
Okay.
they are just going to kind of go to town. So these 2 packets are going to... Well, this packet's going to first move up and attack Drone Friend. What's
How dare
Drone's
you.
Friend's AC?
Not great. Drone Friend's AC is a 12.
The Drone Friend is being hit and he's taking 9 lightning damage.
Well, that is 4 more hit points than he has.
Then he doesn't need to bother with the Constitution saving throw.
Rip.
Goodbye, Drone Friend.
Huh.
And then this one's going to become 1 with Drone Friend. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete Drone Friend. This one's going to become 1 with Drone Friend, where he was. And this one's going to move up
Don't you make a mockery of Drone Friend?
here. And these 2 are going to be attacking, I believe that's Sim. Yeah, Sim. And Sim has even shittier AC.
That's not true, is it? Yes, it is true. It's very true.
Sim's taking 1 hit.
All right.
So Sim's taking 8 lightning damage, and she needs to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
All right, she saves. The other one misses. And then these guys are just gonna fucking circle up on Kupersky and just hit him with the big zaps. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. He's 1 away from being completely surrounded. Miss,
Fucking poor dude.
miss. He's still stunned, so these are all at advantage too.
Fuck.
Still 3
Fucking
misses.
sucks to suck, Kapersky. Jesus, I probably wouldn't have
Hit.
got stunned if I was you.
Hits. The last 3 are hits. That was a roll on the wrong character sheet.
What are the
My
odds he
bad.
gets stunned again?
Oof. Well, I re-rolled on the right character sheet. He did get hit 3 times, but the third one happened to be a crit. So, so it's another 17 plus 15, 32 lightning damage. So he's looking real bad after this, and he has to make 3 con saves.
This fucking dumb bitch.
He does make the con saves though, so he's not going to be re-stunned.
Thank-
And then these guys are going to surround Spectre Boy.
Oh yeah.
This, by the way, this guy in the corner is not real. I just have him, so when I delete tokens, it doesn't delete them off the
Yeah.
the initiative.
Copy that.
He's a little. I'm just gonna. I can't put him under the map. Right?
They're trying to hit a 12.
A 12, you say? Oh shit! They're not rolling at advantage anymore. Hit, crit, hit, crits. Jesus Christ. 1, 2,
Cool.
3, 4, 5, 6. All of them hit. 2 of them crit. So first one's lightning damage. Is he immune to stun?
He is, but he
Okay,
is
so
not
cool.
immune to lightning damage.
All right, so then he's just taking.
He's
damage to
resistant
con saves.
towards it, though. He is resistant towards lightning damage.
Okay, so I will just. So we got 6 and then an additional. Let me give it to you all together, just to make your life easier.
Sure.
So it's 6, Before his resistance, 58 points of damage.
Okay, so that's what, 25 plus 4, so 29.
It's 29.
Yeah, he dies.
Big no for Spectre, buddy.
Yeah.
And then hold on, these guys are gonna take some more damage, so I gotta move your guy real quick just because I have to.
So those guys take 1d10 for being on fire at the start of their turn, and
Well-
another d10 from him.
All right, so only one of them was on fire. You only hit the one.
I actually
This guy's on fire.
misread that. They should have taken the initial fire damage when he moved into their square. It's not at the start.
Okay,
of
so
their turn.
go ahead and roll the both sets of damage.
And they also catch fire. So when he moved into their square last time,
Gotcha. So he would be on fire too. So go ahead and just roll both, and I'll just take both, unless you
Okay.
want to roll separately for each one.
so this was the initial. I did roll separately for the first one. So the first one would take 2, and the second one would take 4 fire damage, and then I'll just roll 1d10 for their upkeep damage, and then they both take 10 fire damage at the start.
Oh
of their turn.
Jesus, that's fucking quality.
He'll have to see.
Okay, so these guys are all going to. We're gonna move him back on here, and these guys are all going to attack the fire elemental.
Okay, he has an AC of 13.
They all hit. So that's
He also is immune to being
stunned.
paralyzed or stunned. Yeah.
Yep. So then they're just taking the damage. So that's 23 points of lightning damage.
20. Okay.
And yeah, that's gonna be their turn, which will pass turn to Saint.
Okay. Mal, you can handle these guys right in front of us. Yeah. I believe in you. Okay. Then I'm gonna go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna just dip down here and attack this thing 3 times. Well, I'm gonna attack it twice, then we'll see where we're at after that.
So go ahead and hit with the first attack. First attack hits. Do you damage? And it's dead. Val had already fucked this thing up pretty royally.
Okay. In that case,
This packet is actually here. I forgot it existed, so it didn't get to move on its turn. In case you want to do
nice.
something about that.
well, I used my full 60 feet to get here, but you still have another action.
You technically have another attack if you're able to reach up to him. But that won't count as part of your action.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's not really a whole lot else I can do here. Yeah, no, I think that I guess I could do that. Oh, I'm out of range of everybody. So yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna do. I guess I can use my extra action to dash.
Okay.
Move again, and I will dash in front of this guy, and that will be my turn.
Perfect. Which brings us to Kaspersky, who actually gets to do fun things. Because he gets a lot of attacks. So he just normally gets 2 attacks. So he's going to shake from his fucking stun. And he's going to attack this thing in front of him twice with his... as he flips around, you see he just starts attacking with his fists. And you see as he strikes this, just sort of like frosty cold to each of his attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and It's a miss. Then followed by a crit. Like, come on, dude. You're hot and you're cold. Let's do this. So that's 15, 25 points of damage to this thing. And he's gonna furiously blow him,
Hell yeah.
which will hit and kill this one.
Hell yeah.
And then hit this one for another 18 points of damage. He's also going to expend another key point, and it has to make a fortitude save. A good constitution saving throw. It failed. So it's going to be he's just gonna teleport it over there. As he strikes this thing, it literally like phases out of existence and fades over there.
Oh yeah.
And that is going to be his turn. So pass turn to Mal.
Okay. I'm going to cast Psionic Blast as a 4th level spell. The one's right here.
Okay. So that's another dexterity saving throw for those guys.
Mhm.
Fail, save, save.
Okay.
So this one fails. And that one will just instantly die. The other two are taking 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, because they're saved. They're not moving.
Okay.
Next will be Sim, unless you're moving Mal at all.
Shoot, I think I will
Okay.
move right there. And then Sim is gonna cast some Massive Static over there.
Over where?
Top left corner.
By the big group of them.
Oh, this
yeah,
one?
the
Absolutely,
6
yeah.
over there. Yeah.
So,
7?
there's 6. This one
It's that
doesn't
little
count.
one.
This one over here doesn't count. It's
Okay.
so I can keep it on the initiative on the map while being able to delete tokens.
Gotcha.
So intelligence saving throws, fail, fail, success, success, fail, fail. Then roll your
Okay.
damage. Unfortunately, the machine is immune to the psychic damage.
Son of bitch.
And that will be my turn.
Okay.
That's all I got.
And then next up will be the fire elemental.
All right. He's going to attack the one that's directly above him. Give him a big touch.
You'll touch-a-roni, you say.
Is a 14 to hit.
14 against these guys is not.
Okay, then he's going to try to touch him again. How about a 20?
20 does hit.
Okay, so he takes 11 fire damage and is also on fire.
So this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Which means that all of those guys are on fire now. And that's his turn.
Okay, perfect. Which will bring us to Cognita. That's your third turn, so you will arrive next turn.
Okay.
Which means the Spew Boys are back.
The Spew Boys. Not the Spew Boys.
Not the Spew Boys, anything but.
God, these boys are out here spewing, though.
the boys be spewing. No, I'll tell you, man.
Boys gonna spew. Like, what can you do?
One is going to appear inside of the the fire elemental.
What a dumb bitch.
I didn't think it would matter for this fight, but I did set predetermined rules on how they would appear. So.
Oh, I also forgot to mention too on the fire elemental's turn, because those two guys were inside of him.
Another D10.
Yeah, let me just roll that real quick. Sorry, it's like the whole
Move
reason
them
I
so I
stopped.
can.
fire elemental. They both take 5 damage.
I just gotta move him real quick so I can deal damage to these guys.
Yeah.
Back. And that's the Spew Boys. Which will bring us to the packets. So these guys are going to take another... Go ahead and...
So all the ones inside of him and the one to the north are going
taking
to
some
take
move him again real quick.
9 fire damage at the start of their turn.
So that guy's dead. Hurting.
Thus far, each session, you've given me a situation in which a different elemental is most useful. Like the first session, we had the air elemental against the flying thing. Then we had the earth elemental against like tanking those necrotic guys.
It's
We had
entirely unintentional.
So next session, make sure you give us a combat where the water elemental will come in handy. And we'll
So this guy will get here, disappear. So this guy will get there and disappear. It's 5. 6. 7. 8.
These little motherfuckers need to just
9.
out of here.
10. All right. So all those ones just fly in as a group and hit into this thing, and you see it's rumbling. It's rumbling severely now. So these guys are all going to move up, and they're going to start trying to do the big zap on Fiery Boy.
Yep. They're trying to hit a 13.
All right. So 6 attacks. Hit, hit, miss, crit, hit, hit. So 5 hits, 1's a crit.
Love to see
So
that.
that's 7, 14, 27, 35, 40 damage. 40 lightning damage in total going to the that Fiery Boy.
Okay.
And he's immune to their stun, so that will pass turn to Saint. Oh no, never mind. Hold on. All these packets gotta start zapping on Kaspersky.
I was gonna say.
Miss, hit, miss, hit. Jesus Christ, he's quite literally surrounded now.
Yeah, he's having a bad time over there. I kind of want to go help him, but also like, I don't really know him.
Miss,
He doesn't really
hit.
go here, so.
Go here. So he got hit 3 times out of the 8.
That's pretty good, honestly.
He's a high AC.
The high AC.
Little ack boy.
Is it higher
That's
than
good.
23?
No.
Nice, got him, dude.
Save, fail. So he is stunned.
Son of bitch.
So now it's Saint's turn.
Okay, well,
Oh no, he only failed once. Hold on, so he's gonna use his key point to reroll that. And he saves. So he's
what a
not stunned.
legend. Good for him.
What a hero, what a legend.
I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of me. And this is gonna be my extra attack, so it'll be the booming blade. So he takes 15 slashing, 10 thunder, and 9 necrotic. So what is that? 34 damage, and if he moves, he takes another 12.
He is still up.
Okay. I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and run up here.
He will accept that attack of opportunity, but he will miss.
What a fool. Okay, I'm gonna run up here, and I'm going to attack this machine twice now. Cool, that's a natural 1 and then a 27.
Unfortunately, 13 usually would hit. That natty 1 fucks you hard. But the 27 does hit.
Well, that's good to know that I literally just have to roll anything but a nat 1. Cool. So that's 14 slashing and 6 necrotic against that thing.
20 damage. That's the first time it's been injured, but that's a significant slice into this thing. Just you crash into its chassis, dealing it significant damage.
Okay, it's Ratman's turn.
Yeah, Kaspersky gets to. All right, let's see what you can do. All right, so he's gonna do his whirling smash, which means he gets to do this. He crit on his whirling smash, and so he just instantly kills all of them.
What a fucking legend, dude.
You see him just turn around and just like in a whirl of fists and feet, just destroys all of these packets back to back.
There's gonna be nothing left for me to fight when I get there.
He also does nice
Good.
40 damage to this thing,
I hope
damaging the machine pretty significantly.
I'm scared for what's gonna happen with all these.
And that was Kaspersky's turn. Mal, you're next.
How sad would you be if I hit your fire elemental?
He has 39 hit points, so not like that.
Okay. I have a question, Eric.
Absolutely.
Are these creatures or are they electronic devices? I know.
These are the first things that you fight that has the subtype device.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That's 90 feet. All right, we'll do that then. Is it within... Oh, I bet it's in range of Saint. No, it's not. God damn it. It's 10-foot radius, which means I have to get there. You're just out of range.
By 5 feet.
5 feet.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
So how far away am I? Oh, I'm in range.
You're within range, yeah.
How does that even work? That doesn't seem right, right? Oh well. Okay, roll 20. I'll believe you.
Okay, roll 20. Keep your secrets.
I'll cast Haywire. Things happen.
So go ahead and roll d6. Do you want to roll? Hold on, before you roll, do you want to roll for each thing separately or all together?
Separately. Screw you.
It could work in your
2,
favor
3,
as much
4,
as it can work
5,
against
6.
your favor.
But I'm rolling them all at once.
So we're starting with the bottom left and going clockwise.
Do I have... Oh, okay, I guess I do, don't I?
Yep. You want to roll separately? You get to roll 66. Oh, those two are just... So these top
7,
two are
right?
basically dead. Because you just got one, so that means they're deactivated. Boom,
Mhm.
boom. All right, so 3 means device does not function. So that's but okay, so that's only while the spell is active. So it technically still exists, it's just not functioning.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Little skull on him. That also applies to the 4. So that's okay. So these guys get little skull boys, and then you roll the 5 and the 2. So 5 experience a power surge, causing an electric shock to the wielder, if any, or one random. So the fire elemental is going to take some damage.
It's a random creature.
Within 5 feet of him.
Yeah, there's multiple creatures within 5 feet. Of
Okay,
it.
that's true. But if it hits either of the other creatures, they are inside the fire elemental, so it gets hit as well. So I'll roll a d5. The fire elemental by itself is a 1.
Uh-huh.
The creatures that are inside the fire elemental are 2 and 3.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it's only 4 creatures, so it's 1d4. So a 4, the fire elemental takes no damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, that is not the fire elemental by himself, but it is this creature inside the fire elemental, so he's going to take the damage as well.
I'm very sorry about that.
That's
So go ahead
okay.
and roll 66 lightning.
I did. It's right there.
You want to know something really sad? So the fire elemental is taking 22 damage, but these guys are immune to lightning damage, so they take nothing.
Oh.
In her defense, she did take 4 out of commission with that.
Oh yeah.
5, I
This
think.
turn.
No, 5 out of commission.
Yeah.
So basically, all but the one that got you damage dealt to you was fucking just taken out of commission. 2 were just shut off, destroyed. The other
What
3 are
about the-
deactivated until her spell is over.
What about the little spitter thing? What happened with that? That was a 2.
Oh shit! So
Oh yeah, that's a device.
So that's definitely a device.
So yeah,
Is it a balloon?
that one's also not functioning.
Fuck
Boom.
yeah.
So it will not be spewing.
Good. No
Um,
spews.
No spew boys. But that will be the end of Mal's turn, unless Mal's moving.
No.
Sim's up. I have so many packets on this game. I bet Map I keep forgetting to some of their turns. I'm like my dad at the grocery store. I just forget they exist.
Oh no.
So Sim, you're up.
I cast a spell.
Are you casting Haywire again?
No,
I'm
Psionic
sorry.
Blast.
Psionic Blast.
Scroll
I
down.
boost
Scroll
these
down.
two.
Mhm.
Sorry, I had it scrolled up. So dexterity saving throws.
Mhm.
That was a con. Boom. A fail and a success.
That's gonna hit that one too.
Succeed. Oh, it's gonna hit that one. So I don't think it matters because I don't think he can survive after Saint's onslaught. Yeah, he failed anyway. So we're just gonna go ahead and delete him.
Nice. These guys are still up?
That's 18 points of damage. So yeah, they're both still up, even the one that failed.
Son of bitch.
They took 15 before.
Yep, they did. They're still up. But that will be Sim's turn unless Sim's moving.
No.
Fire Elemental, go ahead and roll the D10 first.
So he's gonna actually just move here.
Yep.
So that
Roll first the D10 so he can get the 2 that you're already standing on top of.
Yeah.
And then I'll move back there.
So that's 2 damage to those guys.
All right. So they're all deactivated, and but you're still injuring them.
Yeah.
You're just gonna move over.
Then he's just gonna
Nice.
move here to
And you
encompass everything.
Who you touching on?
I'm just gonna start targeting the main machine because
Gotcha,
all these
so
guys
go
are
ahead and touch twice.
deactivated,
I'm
right?
gonna move him once again, and I'll put him back in a second. So I gotta be able to target these
Oh.
things.
All of those guys are deactivated, right?
Everyone's deactivated. All 4. Oh, except for this one.
Okay,
He's
well
deactivated.
we'll try and hit him first. The one that's not.
That's a miss.
I believe you. Cool.
That's a miss.
So instead, he's just gonna
4.
chill there.
Yeah. So you just sit there, and all of them are gonna start taking damage every turn. And Cognita this turn will arrive.
All
They're
right.
just like deactivated and prone.
So
Does he
you're
get advantage
actually
on the
arriving
attack
like
roll?
right there.
I was just targeting.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna use my action to dash over to here and say, "Nice to meet ya," and then we're gonna stylus that bad boy.
Do it. That's a hit.
Does sneak attack count on this thing?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. You did enough damage already to bonk it to death. So you just
Bonk.
walk in and you just crack this thing. It was already pretty damaged. You just come in with a smack, just crack this thing in twain.
And then when it's dead, I'll say, "I'm Cognita."
Well, then the pleasure is all mine. I'm Kaspersky. I look forward to being to getting a formal introduction. Speaking of formal introductions, Spew Boy is about to start doing the big spew.
The big spew, or as I like to call it, Thursday night.
Or
Boom.
tonight after your Dark Souls stream.
I've never thrown up from being drunk in my life.
I always throw up from being
What a
hungover.
hero.
When I was younger, I would throw up from being
Um,
drunk. Now I always throw up from being hungover.
So now
Poor
is
Eric
the-
has the worst hangovers. I feel
I
so
drink. I
bad.
never throw up while drunk. I always throw up while very hungover.
It sounds like the exorcist is happening when you're hungover.
It takes a lot for me to get hungover, but when I get hungover, it is destructive.
It takes almost nothing for me to get hungover, and it always lasts at least one day, if not.
I've seen Mallory lose a weekend because of 3 White Claws.
Only time I ever lost a full like day was on my 21st birthday, and that was bad. So these 2 packets are going to try to zap little saint.
They're trying to hit a 25 right now.
One does hit you.
Good for him, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but hey, he did it. We're all proud of the boy. You taking it?
Yeah.
So you're taking 9 lightning, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, one sec.
Meanwhile, one of these 2 missed a 10.
No, but neither one of them have been going because I keep forgetting that they existed. I will not forget that this turn.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, those. Okay, well, you have haste, not bless, so you are stunned, good sir.
Excellent.
So now 2 attacks are coming at us. This is Mal. Both are gonna hit Mal.
You sure?
Any response?
A shield?
That brings you a 15.
Yes.
Unfortunately, those are still both hits.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh no, those don't both hit. I rolled on the wrong character sheet again. I have 2 character sheets pulled up, so 1 hit. Even with it would still hit you after the shield. 1 you did block with your shield. You're gonna take 9 lightning, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I need to make you 2.
Yes, and then I need. I'm going to attack the fire elemental, which is getting hit for 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And that is going to be the packets, which will bring us to Saint.
Cool. End my turn.
All right, so Kapersky is going to.
So I guess it really doesn't matter which one of the Constitution saving throws is the stun and which one is the.
Oh my god! Yeah. So
also...
you lose the concentration and you're stunned.
Yeah, I mean if I'm stunned, I lose concentration anyway, right?
Yeah. So.
Which one I pick.
So this guy is going to spend a key point so he can dash as a bonus action, and he's going to move up. And so he's going to move up here, and it's going to attack the spew boy. Hits it twice for 16 and then 19 points of damage, which will nope, hold on. 16 and 19 does not destroy spew boy.
Spew boy. No.
It is very, very damaged. So it'll probably die on the next turn that's on fire. That it can be dealt damage. It's not on fire, but it can still take damage from being inside a fire elemental.
Yeah.
And Kapersky will say to Firefox, "Always appreciated you. I always found you underrated." Which will bring it to Mal's turn, who's stunned, and then Sim.
Okay. Pachoo. $18 dex for you.
18 dex for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boom, boom. Succeed, fail, but I don't think it matters because how much damage you're doing? 23. Yeah, these guys are both just straight dead. Boom, boom.
Okay.
All right. Which will pass turn to fire elemental unless Sim's moving.
I just moved a little bit.
Okay. So fire elemental. First of all, hits with your D10. The almighty D10.
5 damage to
which is
everything.
just enough to hit the spew boy. Kill the spew boy, I mean.
Hell yeah.
And I believe that kills him. Doesn't kill him, but that's the second to last spew boy. Okay.
And then we'll attack the one that is still capable of doing things.
Crit and a miss.
So he's going to take a big, juicy
16 points of damage.
Fire.
And he's already on fire, so that does nothing. Oh, wait, we forgot to roll his on fire damage from his last turn. So
right.
Quick D10 for him.
Yeah. And this will be for everything.
For everyone, yeah. Another 4. He's still not down, but Okay. Cool. So that is going to be fire elementals done, and then Cognita, you're back up.
Okay. I will go here. And then here.
It's the big double move.
I can go 3 times if I don't attack,
Yes, you can.
right?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 30 for you.
That's insane.
Okay. Spew Boy is going to do another big spew, which is going to bring 2 more.
Another big spew, you say?
I do say. I do say. Which will be these guys, who are all going to surround Saint. So this is until the beginning of their turns that the stun is up. So that you're no longer stunned right now, which is good because you're no longer, which means they're not rolling at advantage.
They don't get advantage, yeah. They're trying to hit a 25.
Miss. 4 misses.
You love to
All
see
of them
that.
just like shooting these arcs of lightning at you, but you're just deflecting it off of your armor. But that will be Saint's turn.
I'm gonna attack the spewing machine.
Hit.
Hell yeah.
It's 24. It is still up.
I'm also
Severe
gonna
damage.
smite on this one too.
Yeah, smite it. Do it.
Yeah, we'll use a level 2 slot for this.
All right, you're using the viral edge now. I love it. Yeah, that's enough. So that thing is going to destroy the final spewer. As soon as you hit that final spewer, you see the package just sort of jerk and then just fall to the ground. Any of that still remain.
Okay.
We'll bring our combat to an end.
This is
Excellent.
a great place for a break, by the way.
Yes, it
My
is.
cat
It has been
bawling.
the combat took a little while, so yeah, this is let's take a break here. Come
All
back.
right, chat, hang tight. We'll be back shortly.
Sounds good.
What just happened? What did I miss?
There's like a little hack off to the side. I don't know why. It's just really funny to me. It's 4 a.m. So
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
All right.
we're hitting that silly mode.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna giggle at everything.
I've just been trying to get a leg up for Dark Souls after this. I've been drinking many beers
Oh, good.
so that I'd have to do less shots when it comes time for that.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know how Eric's gonna manage between like today and tomorrow.
He'll survive, maybe.
He can't hold his liquor. You think he would with how big he is, like just
I
being
can't.
6'6".
Okay, hold on. I
No,
will
no,
not
no,
take
no,
this.
no,
I will
no,
not
no,
take
no,
this.
no, no,
I
no.
can't hold my liquor. Do you see how much I drink during the Dark Souls streams?
It's not that
I
much.
take on average 6 or 7 shots and then 8 or 9 beers. I drink an absurd amount of alcohol. I can hold my liquor. I just
Can't
cannot
hold his
hold
liquor.
all kinds of liquor. I'm gonna start drinking now too.
I didn't caffeine.
I don't want to start drinking beforehand because I don't want to be fuzzy while I'm DMing, but I can get a little fuzzy.
I
At the
can't
end.
have
all
a
stuff
drink
right
because
now.
I'll just fall asleep at the desk.
I use the restroom.
So, unfortunate story. When I was drinking that energy drink right there, I thought it tasted a little bit flat. And I was like, oh, how strange. I go out in the living room. This is not the one I had opened previously. I have no idea how long this one has been sitting here.
She's like the kid. She's like the kid from fucking Signs with these energy drinks. If we ever have fucking
I don't
like
remember the last time I was
anti-gamer
in the office.
aliens that come to Earth who are allergic to energy drinks, then we are safe, dude. Straight up.
Dude, that's unfortunate.
It's been sitting here for at least a day. I don't know. Eric, when was the last time I'd been in the office?
I have no idea.
That fucking sucks.
Unfortunate. Gross.
I'm sorry that it's happening to you right now. Oh, this is a little flat and warm and day old-ish tasting.
Yum.
Guess that's
Yeah,
just the
gross.
new flavor.
Right?
It's really hard to make an energy drink taste like regret, but they found a way.
Can't drink Monster.
I didn't really question it too much because sometimes I'll like swirl them to get rid of like some of the carbonation in it. 'Cause
Like
the
a
carbonation
fine
hurts my
wine,
stomach.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the carbonation
You gotta
hurts my
sift.
stomach.
You gotta sift the
You give it a
And
sec.
I don't refrigerate them. I just keep them in the closet. So
Do you have a spittoon for your
That's
energy?
That's a 2020 rain, mango flavored.
Mm.
Eric, you should close the bathroom door behind you. Can't see our mess.
Good vintage, good vintage, good year.
Why are you closing the door?
I'm closing
Are
that
the
door
dogs
because
gonna bitch?
I know, but I keep hearing like a little bit of reverb when I talk loudly.
Man, when we were playing fucking Star Wars, the dogs were going nuts. That was so funny. They're just like, why are we barking, dude? Like, what is going on?
That's just their life. That's what they do. They just
Well, there was
bark
one
at
point in
shit.
time, it was like there was no noise or anything. I was like, what is happening? What are you guys doing right now? Why?
That's usually because Penny sees movement. It's probably a cat.
Hmm.
How's that cat that fell off your roof, by the way?
Don't know. Seems fine.
Cool.
It hasn't let me get close to it.
Hello.
So I hope it's okay.
I'm back. I have cereal. I'm sorry. The only thing that makes my stomach stop hurting from the meds is eating. It's the worst. Anyway, hi everybody. We're back. Are you
Yo.
guys ready? Are you guys good?
Yeah.
I'm good. All right. Cool. So now that these things are destroyed, Kaspersky turns and sort of regards Cognita for a moment and nods, and looks to Mal and says, "You have my gratitude. I obviously was not going to be able to handle this alone. I've been getting too old."
I think you did a great job.
Kindness for you to say, but it is quite obvious that were you and your companions not here, I would have been fried. I would have seen my task ended, and but that's besides the point. You helped me put an end to this, and I owe you some information. I looked over the files that you sent me. I've seen this before. Not this sophisticated. When I tangled with this foe, it was years ago during my heyday. He bested me, as he has bested almost every antivirus software before me. You said that you and your companions were able to defeat an instance?
Yes.
I must say, Mel, I'm impressed. That is no small task, and quite frankly, I can see why you got his attention. It will, I must, before giving you my information, I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't first caution you. The path you're treading down, it's going to be a dangerous one. I can see your friend here is resolute, but you and Mistress Cognita need to consider before you make this trek that it may cost your functionality. He has destroyed greater programs than myself. I can only pray to Motherboard that you will be a greater program than me.
Thank you for the warning. I'll turn to Saint. Well, I guess you're on your own. Good luck.
Been fun.
The banter of a group of friends. It's been quite some time since I worked with others. It's when I last was installed in a system that I worked with big companion programs. But alas. So, Oculus, or as he is, or in his viral form, Fortuna. Many have seeked him out, but few have been able to place any pins on him. I, however, found something out. Fortuna's specialty is in the corruption of program files. He specializes in turning things that would serve against him in his favor. Based off of what you told me about this Norton antivirus program, you've seen his work firsthand. I have reason to believe that he has corrupted an important file that works directly for Motherboard in your sanctuary, Saint. I wish I could provide you more hard evidence or with a name, but the corruption, I am near certain of its existence. I've heard whispers of viruses, and viruses don't lie to me. He reaches in his pocket and sort of pulls out one of the thumb drives and shakes it, because they do not speak to me. Their data tells me everything I need to know. He drops it back in his pocket. I apologize if my information is vague, but my recommendation would be to find out who within your order is corrupted. If it was able to corrupt something that powerful, it may have left information on the corrupted files. An expert like Mel may be able to decode it.
That is troubling news, but also helpful. I do have a question for you, though. If you went up against Fortuna, how is it that you failed yet still live?
His besting of me was not in direct combat. He corrupted a number of my companion programs. I was forced to put them down. By the time I was able to find his instance, the system was already gone. The user performed a wipe and my duty was done. That's often the case with Fortuna. His intermediaries do all the damage, and his corrupted files. It may be that you never get even close to him. It's like trying to bottle smoke. Or trying to cool a PC that's running Crisis.
The board be praised. Crisis is like one of the fucking like holy texts of our church. It's like legends say that there's an operating system out there that can run it on Ultra, but I have yet to see such things with my own eyes. In any case, well, that is shitty. That's bad news. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't need it. But I mean, at least we kind of have a starting place. If we talk to Petey, maybe he knows something about something.
Petey, you
Oh,
mean
do you think Petey can fix this? And I'll hold up my tablet with the eyes on it.
I mean, if anyone can.
you mean Viralpedia, correct? That's his full name.
Yes, I do.
Ah, how's that boy doing? I haven't seen him in quite some time. Last I heard, he was suffering the slings and arrows that is trolling around 4chan.
Yeah, he's paranoid, potentially fractured, definitely in too deep. So I guess,
Sounds like Petey.
yeah.
Well, in that case, I should let you go. You have much more important things than humoring an old man. I thank you once again for your help. Mel, you should stop by your mother's. I spoke to her recently. She is usually too busy for me, but she made special exception. She called to me. First time I think an antiviral program has ever spoken to her, directly at least. And she asked of you. Of course, I hadn't heard anything, and even if I did, I wouldn't. I respect your privacy enough. I wouldn't say anything, but something to consider.
Well, maybe after we stop this virus,
Yes.
I will give her a call. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. I'll be on my way. Though I guess you'll be catching the same bus as me. We'll just be going to different locations. At which point you guys do that thing where the four of you say goodbye, but you all
And then
awkwardly
you
stand
walk.
next to each other. Yeah, you all walk into the bus stop and awkwardly stand next to each other until the bus comes. And
There
then
needs
you,
to be a word for that.
And then he sits separately with you on the bus, just saying, "I don't want to have to do the goodbye again. It just feels easier this way."
Mhm.
So from here, where are you guys going? You have a couple leads. You can meet up with.
I want to
Edie.
go to the wedding.
Can we take a short rest also while we're doing this?
Absolutely.
While we're traveling. Okay.
So you
During
can go.
that
you go-
time,
sorry.
I'm going to give you guys a motivational speech so you all get up to 17 temporary hit points. Not on
It's
top
just
of that.
yeah, it's just maxes. It's just the 17 just refreshes,
If you lost any, that you were back at 7.
Yeah.
which you did.
I did.
It's almost like somebody submitted a backstory between this session and last session. Is that so? It's hardly worth mentioning. She's not very involved in my life. I want to go to the wedding. I can be a virus. I can look at. I can look.
I'll see what I can do.
She's just like a little scowl.
I can blend into a crowd when need be.
Giant ass motherfucker.
Do you want me to roll premium skins to try to disguise these two?
Hit them up. So you do. Who's that on?
That one's on Mal.
Okay.
Here, I have 1d4 on those rolls as well.
Nice. Jesus. Yeah, so go ahead and drop the two 1d4s as well. So it's a 22.
And a 22.
22. All right. Right, 22 disguise. So you guys get all disguised up as you disguise Saint as just malware, and then you disguise Mal as spyware.
Also, I have something to add to this extremely specific look that we're going for here.
Can I have an eye patch?
I can yes, an eye patch. I will summon us a vehicle so we can arrive to the wedding, and I will summon a fiendish Lamborghini that is painted black and just has a giant like with the suicide doors and everything, and on the front is just like a an anime interpretation of Belle Delphine on the front. Because no self-respecting antivirus software would ever roll up in such an atrocious vehicle.
You have a gallon of Gamer Girl bathwater in the back.
That's what the car runs on, yeah.
So, is Mal physically going, or was Sim disguised? Mal can return back
to disguised. Mal would also like to be disguised to feel included. We can have opposite eye patches.
You can make a disguise check for Mal as well if you want.
Was Mal going?
She's not actually.
I think I'm gonna stay in my little, I don't know, cockpit.
Yeah, you're gonna go back.
I don't know what our pod looks like, but I imagine it's like a rocket ship.
Ironically,
I describe it. It's like this.
Disguised.
Imagine one of the the earbuds for one of the old style of iPod headsets, like the actual earbud shape.
Yeah,
looks kind of like that. Okay, yeah. So somehow you're disguised better than everyone else, but then you just go back to your.
It's the same roll. It's 24s across the board.
The other ones were 22, aren't they?
The other ones 22s.
Put some 20.
So you just got just a little bit better because it was their second time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But the three amigos pull up to the side, off to like a side street, a half a mile away from the wedding. At which point, Saint summons this abomination of a vehicle. And
also, to make sure anyone who's watching has like the perfect picture, the eyes of the anime caricature of Belle Delphine are like red with like the Sasuke Uchiha eyes. Just to really
know what that is, but I hate
complete the whole thing together.
It's so much. I wish I could give a prison sentence to an image. Absolutely. So yeah, you pull up in this vehicle. As you pull up to this place, it is like this place is incredibly lavish. You've been here a few times, Cognita, in your past ne'er-do-well days. And it's a rather lavish place, but it's usually much more subdued. It's like old money rich lavish most of the time. This is new money rich lavish for this wedding. You have like these drapes that go down over this giant like wrought iron entryway that was erected that wasn't there before, and it has this like sort of cloth with like diamond dust sprinkled all over it, and there's like wires that are wrapped with like gold filigree that sort of wrap around these old walls, sort of like vines that go all the way through. You see there seems to be two crowds that are at this place. There's a crowd full of young programs. There's your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, who all seem to be going on the left-hand side into the wedding, where there's just like a single bouncer who's taking names, taking invitations, letting people in. And there's a second line that seem to be much more serious programs, mostly viruses, that are being let into the house proper.
All right,
As you guys-
will walk up to the bouncer.
Well, are we out of the car yet? Because I figured we were
Yeah,
gonna
basically
formulate a plan.
You
I tuck and roll.
you know-
No, I'm just kidding.
You guys are pulling up in the car now if you want to like formulate your plan.
Oh God. We
I
don't
wonder
have
if there's
anybody to
games.
open the door for us.
Is that a thing?
I mean, with money, normally. Maybe there's a valet.
oh,
Look for a
no.
valet.
No. I can do this. I have a thing. Where is the thing?
Nice. So as you guys are pulling up, you cast a spell and you summon this like computerized thing just outside of the car. You see like what appears, they kind of wait for a half a second when you walk up, and a valet goes to walk up, but then this thing appears and opens the door for you. And he sort of like backs up, like surprised, but like, oh, this is real money.
The car is also just sentient.
Yeah. So as you guys come up, and this thing just opens the doors for you, and the engine like roars quiet, like a small subdued roar as you guys step out of the car.
You know what this looks like? It looks like Metaton from Undertale. Like not the advanced form, but the form of like the single wheel and like the goofy like
Yeah.
cartoon arms.
I love it.
I was just gonna say, as we roll up, we definitely roll some coal on the way up to the fucking like doorway. Just rev the engine. Thick black smoke just like comes out of the back of the fucking Lambo.
The
You
song
see
from
the-
Fern Gully plays.
Yeah, I honk the horn and it plays Smash Mouth.
This car is a sin. This car is the sin. Is
Look,
the cardinal
man,
sin.
when
This
in
is
Rome-
what made God mad when he at the guy that even he knew that this would come to be one day. and he
honk
wanted
the
to punish
horn.
man for that.
I honk the horn and it plays the first like 4 seconds of All Star before cutting itself off with like a sound bite from Belle Delphine's OnlyFans page, which then abruptly cuts off the song playing, and then the doors open up.
I hate it so much. The young one, he saw the crowd, like looks over impressed at the thing. You see the viruses and stuff like that just kind of like cross their arms and like give you guys like a side eye as you step out. Cognita, did you disguise yourself at all?
Nope.
So as you step out, you see a lot of the viruses kind of like, you see them like patting the guys to their left and like pointing, and all of them are kind of like looking at Cognita as she gets out. So from a cursory glance, Cognita, you can tell that one line's just going into the wedding, one line's going to speak to the Don. I imagine you would get into the second line.
I would walk to the front of the second line.
As you walk up, you see one guy go to say something, and his friend just like grabs you by the jacket and just shakes his head, and he'll just sort of like step back, and you guys just stride past this this big line of people up to a door where you see 2 guys sitting outside, 2 like muscled out malware who are just kind of sitting outside the door. As you approach, you recognize one of the malware from your younger days. He's like, "Hey, Cognita, I heard that you retired." The Don's just finishing up with one of his meetings. He'll see you next.
I've only been laying low. A couple of rumors I've spread that I've gone good, that I've retired, that I've died. Surprised
Didn't
you ain't
believe
heard
it for
them
a
all.
second. I heard the gone good one, but I didn't believe it for a damn second. Leet tried to spread around this fucking picture of you. He said you were hanging out with Saint. What a
Obvious
fucking
Photoshop.
mook.
I'm too good to be good.
That's what I said. And then the door opens and you see this Weasley like little Trojan horse just walks out, like giving like half bows and thank you, Don Ransom. And you hear this voice from inside. "You're welcome. Send in the next one." And he gestures to the guy outside, gestures to you. He says, "I'll see you staying for the wedding? Save a dance for me, Cognita."
You know
And then
it.
just gives you like a coy smile. And guys walk in, and as you walk in, you see behind the desk this big, dark blue virus wearing this very nice sort of like pinstripe suit with a tie made of these braided wires that sort of meet into like this gold plated chip that sort of rests in the thickest part of the tie. His hands are like one of his hands is just a big block. The other hand is like a sort of like those big thick like sausage fingers, and they all have like these gold inlays wrapped around them that look like rings. Um, his head looks in a similar manner to Saints, where it's just like all one like solid piece, no like hair pieces or anything like that. But it's just like more like cone head than block-headed. And behind him, you see just like a various amount of ruffians who are obviously playing guard, standing behind him. As you walk in, he extends his fingered hand and he says, "Cognita,
I kiss
my
it.
dear." And he would he said after you do that, he'll give you like a small smile and a nod. He'll extend his hands to the chair, the nice chair in front of him. There's just a single chair. He doesn't even regard the other two.
I sit, cross my legs, very Sharon Stone. I hear you have work for me.
That I do, Cognita. And I'd very much like to talk some business with you, but it is the day of my daughter's merging of functionality with another program. So, will you have a drink with me first?
But of course.
He gestures with his block hand to one of the other guys who comes over with two crystal glasses and pours them, and then he grabs two plastic glasses that he pours more whiskey in and just sort of roughly hands it to Saint and Mal. And he'll put that stuff back, and he'll raise the Dom will raise the crystal glass to you, Cognita. He'll say, "To our renewed partnership."
Here, here. I hope you don't mind that I brought 2 dates. They were just both too good looking.
It's your style, Cognita. You can bring as many plus ones as you want. Maybe you'll be able to block the view of all my daughter's insipid friends.
When I go to take the whiskey, like while he's drinking, I just go to drink and then throw it over my shoulder.
Oh, I drink it.
Well,
This
I'm like,
motherfucker has good whiskey, bud.
And it is amazing whiskey. He says, "I don't understand the youth of nowadays with the social media programs and the Facebooks and Instagrams. What happened to the day when they made it hard for you to get all their data?"
I see what you're saying, Don. I see what you're saying, but this is a boon for us.
I know. I'm just old folk. But it's been good for the ransomware. I imagine an infiltrator like you have seen a lot of work. Antiviral programs are getting more and more sophisticated.
Had to lay low for a while. Spread rumors here and there.
That's good.
I think it's safe for me to return to work, though.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because I got a big job for you. You see, we've been hitting a lot of hospitals lately. They're the most vulnerable targets and most likely for us to get some money, some kickbacks. If a hospital computer goes down for a day, then users start dying. When users start dying, then they pay up quick. But hospital security is starting to get some money now, and it's getting a little tougher. We're not going to be able to hit them too much longer. We're going to start going back to our old roots, but we got one last
religious ones, Don.
You know it. That's our fallback. That and the smaller community banks. Their security's never up to snuff. But this, I think we're going to need one last big score. And I'll have some bits for you. A sweet 15% off the top if you can get us in. There's
You know I can.
I absolutely know you can. There's this user hospital. It's called Boston. It's called Boston General. It's in the east coast of the user's world. Doesn't really matter. But I have a job to go in and stick a ransomware on there for a big payout. If you can infiltrate and get my guy through, I'll pay you 15% off the top. We're looking at about 2,000 bits payout. Means you're looking to clean up.
That's my kind of money.
I figured it would be. So what do you say?
I would say you wouldn't have to pay me at all if you could put me in touch with somebody.
You have my attention.
There's a man who's been sniffing around about me. Goes by the name Oracle.
His name's Oculus, by the way.
Oh, Oculus. My bad.
You see, he just kind of goes quiet for a moment. Make an insight check, everyone who would like to.
I know it's a big ask, Don.
Casual too.
Cognita, the Saint, you know there's nothing. Sim, you get a strange vibe from everyone in the room.
I get to roll a d4 to go with that.
Yep.
Because I'm a new person in a new world.
That's right.
Also,
Oh,
I genuinely forgot to mention this before you entered. After you entered, when they entered, Mal, all your cameras go dead.
Oh no. I send them a text.
You guys do not receive anything.
Oh no.
Your comms are down too.
Oh no. I guess I should go in with no bot.
So you guys as you're you know this Cognita, that while the Dawn gets uncomfortable, the 6 people behind him just like stare at you. Not like in like a threatening stare. Their just eyes just lock on you. Something seems off about them.
I know it's a big ask, Don. But I knew that you would be the only way that I could make contact. I don't know anybody bigger or more important than you.
Make me a persuasion check. You can do so at advantage.
Flattery gets you everywhere. Okay.
The duo 18s.
Back.
I think I can do that for you. I think I can help you out with that, Cognita. Tit for a tat. So, we have a deal?
We have a deal.
Good. We'll have to talk tomorrow. As he goes to finish the sentence, the guy steps up from behind and says, Don, are you sure you want to do that? The Don stops in his sentence and just slowly wheels around in his chair. And he says, did you just interrupt me during my meeting? I didn't mean no disrespect by it, Don. I just wanted to make sure. He clicks a button on the desk, and you hear a buzz, and he says, Frankie, get in here. Takes his finger off. And you see the guy out from outside step in as the guy who spoke to him sort of looks up. And he just points at the guy and turns around. And the guy just walks up, pulls out a this sort of like laser looking rifle, like a pistol, and just fires boom, boom, shot in the head, shot in the chest, and the guy just slumps down. And then he goes and he just picks the guy up, throws him over his shoulder, and walks out, closing the door behind him. The rest of the 5 guys sort of shift uncomfortably when that happens.
I force a smile and I say, wouldn't be a ransom wedding without.
You can't find good help anymore. I'm telling you. These new guys don't know shit about nothing. They don't have respect for like the old school people. Not
Found
like us,
these
Connor.
two on LimeWire. Can you imagine?
I didn't even think that it still ran. Well,
Oh, it runs. It runs deep.
well, we got a deal. You're gonna talk to this guy outside. He tosses you a data disk, and he says, "Put that in your tablet. Go ahead and get the details off of you. My guy Bilk outside. He's going to take you to the location. All you gotta do is work your magic. Let us know when you're done.
Today?
Yeah, got this done.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I hope so."
Done.
And he'll stand up and give you like a sort of half bow, and he'll like gesture for the door, and the door will just open to you guys to walk out.
I'll blow him a kiss on the way out.
As you walk by, you see just the line like staring at you guys as you walk out back onto the street.
I don't make eye contact. I just look at the car, walk straight for it.
As you walk into the car, a tall spyware program walks over and opens the door for you as you're walking up, and he says, "Hi, I'm Bilk. I
Why
was
don't
told
you
I'm
get in,
supposed
Bilk?
to." He goes and he pulls the seat forward, and he crawls into the back.
And then I hold my hand out to the other two to like indicate wait for a minute while I get in the car with this guy.
As you sit down in the car, he'll say,
Do I notice comms come back online?
as soon as you guys step outside of the room, the comms come back online.
Okay.
And you get notice that as well, Mal, as all the cameras and stuff come back online. So the Don gave you the data disk.
All I need is the IP.
He leans forward and gives you like a small like carved piece of metal with an IP address on there. Destroy it after you memorize it. Listen.
Her eyes like do a scan, like that thin, flat green laser scan of it, and then she just crushes it in her hand.
No. Now listen to me. All you got to do is go there, crack the firewall, and let us know it's done. We'll do the rest. But it's not going to be easy. There's these new guys we heard about. This squad that gets inserted into problematic machines. It's led by that guy Saint. I don't know if you heard about him. He's a pretty big deal around these parts. And the other girl, Mel. They're pretty tough customers. I heard that they got a new person in their crew, and I wouldn't put it past these guys to have an instance of them running on the machine. Just be safe. Make sure to crack the firewall, and you'll get what's yours.
Noted.
I actually very much regret getting into the back seat now. When you said get in, I thought I was going somewhere with you. Now I have to crawl out, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. Would you mind getting out? Because otherwise I'm going to be walking into the street there.
I get out for him.
He does the same thing where he's kind of like tall, so it's like very awkward as he pushes the seat. It doesn't go all the way, so he has to like crawl out and like pull himself out at the top of the car, and he just steps out like makes his suit go back to like unrumpled, looks at the front of the car, looks back to you, and says, "Good luck."
My apologies. And my gratitude.
And with that, he'll walk into the wedding.
I get back into the car and look at the other two.
So this is awkward. Right?
You guys get into the car.
What's awkward?
Are we doing this?
Good opportunity for an ambush.
Oh, I mean, I feel like it's obvious. We're definitely not doing this, but we're doing it as far as we want them to believe we're doing it. We go in and crack the firewall and just alert the local defenders to what's happening, come back, get our payment, they go in, get ambushed, and it's a win-win.
Okay.
As far as I see it.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has some bright ideas to put forward.
That was my entire plan.
Well, you know what they say. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Great programs, code alike.
Control C, Control V.
Quite.
Okay, so with that, you have the IP address, but you also have a third lead if you guys wanted to check that out first.
Yeah.
He basically said you can meet up with him whenever, so there's no real timeline on that, but that's up to you guys.
I mean, there's no reason not to just go visit him real quick.
I'm gonna need to put on so many pop-up blockers if we're gonna go hang out with somebody who's from 4chan.
No. Look, he's not going to meet us there. Look, we have
One can only see Tub Girl so many times.
We have a place.
What is that?
Don't. Do not.
Pedal pipes up. Tub Girl is.
Pedal, not now. We have a place where we often meet for these things. I'll send him the address and he'll know where to go. And I'll send a message to oh my god, what's his name? Petey. Just basically letting him know. Let's basically, the message is just gonna say at the place 1 hour or whatever. And if you'll allow me a little bit of freedom here to describe the place that I want to meet this man.
Please, absolutely.
I guess, I'm not going to spend another spell slot to summon a different vehicle, so I guess we're just driving there in this abomination. But the IP address we go to is the domain christianmingle.com. It's the last place anyone would think to look, and we have two accounts named Jocelyn and Jack set up as spoof accounts that we can text each other through the site's built-in messaging system, which unfortunately does have a bit of an upkeep fee, but the order pays to keep it maintained, for times just like this. So we arrive in our black, fiendish Lamborghini with an anime rendition of Belle Delphine with Sasuke Uchiha eyes on the hood, and we just pull up and you see the entrance to Christian Mingle.
You see the programs lingering outside Christian Mingle just look at you, gawk openly at this vehicle you pull up in.
I get out of the car and just look to them and I say, "It's a rental."
They don't say anything in response to that. They just sort of let it hang in the air. And you head inside to the usual location. There's these small tables that are set up all over the place, where usually the two messaging the protocols inside the website will go and sit, and they'll sort of exchange the messaging. For you guys, it's just you have the table over there, and you see Petey just sitting down there. Petey is a tall, thin, like he looks very much in the similar vein as Saint. He's like this like one solid plastic black piece. And he has this giant bag that is filled to the brim with tablets that are just like spilling out onto the table and onto the seat next to him. And he's just sort of impatiently just like tapping 3 fingers on the table as he looks around. And then when he looks over, he just gestures for you guys to come over.
Cool. Say, oh, there's Petey. I'll just start walking over in that direction. And I'll just go sit down at the table and just be like, hey, Petey, how's it going?
He gives you an introduction to a typical introduction that you would give another worshiper of Motherboard, but he does something wrong about it. He does like this specific part incorrectly.
I'm going to go ahead and activate the old Divine Sense. Just for funsies. Just as like a thing to do.
You detect no viruses coming from within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
He just stares at you after doing this.
I'll say, hey, Petey, how's it going? How are you? Everything going okay?
He says it again and stares at you.
So you doing all right over there?
Why didn't you correct me?
I thought you were being weird. I was checking to see if you were being a virus. I wasn't going to tell you the proper saying.
I was doing it to test you.
Well, I wanted
to make sure
you
really were.
You.
God damn it! We gotta get this figured out.
This is just a nightmare, Petey. We gotta talk about this. Look, I can correct you now.
And I imagine you would respond with the correct response.
Yeah, I would just say, look, you've been saying, no. It's this. And I'll just do like a very complicated gesture that to anyone else looks exactly the same as what he was just doing, really, but like one tiny little thing different. And just be like, are you satisfied?
He lets out a long sigh and he says, yes. You never know. Spyware can take on anyone's face these days.
Yeah, have you seen this deep fake stuff? That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's not even a fucking virus. Users are creating these things. That's intentional. I don't understand people. Why do you people put like their names on these websites and their dates of birth? It's insane. It's genuinely insane. It's so frustrating. It's okay, Katie. It's okay. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Petey. This is Sim or Mal, I guess. Both. And this is
Smulcrum of Mal. Yeah, I'm aware.
You got
This
it.
is Cognita. She's reformed. Still, right?
Yeah.
How crazy is this person?
Give him a sly smile.
Because I did just hear tell that you guys swung by Don Ransom's little fucking reception that he's doing there.
Yeah.
That got me a little nervous.
We didn't even go to the party.
It's true.
I'm sorry,
Mal was there. Cognita was able to convince him that she wasn't as reformed as she truly is, in order to try to make contact with Oculus. So basically, he wants her, and by proxy us, to do a job for him of lowering a firewall so he can install ransomware on a hospital computer, so that in exchange he will put us in touch with Oculus. Now, I know what you're thinking. Obviously, we're not going to actually do that. But as long as he thinks we are, it's seems we're only lead at making contact with the man himself, as it were.
If you're confused as well, I was very confused.
You're getting just buckets of fear coming off of this guy. This guy is paranoid.
Does he seem less paranoid the more Saint talks to him, or no?
No, he just seems incredibly paranoid constantly.
It's a state of
He's like
constant
at a
paranoia.
10 paranoia always. That's a good idea, but listen, I have an alternative or maybe a supplement. Doesn't really matter. I heard tell that there's places on the deep web where viruses are bought and sold by professional users who create these things. And these are like cutting edge. This is the kind of place that would be my playground if I could figure out how to fucking get there. But the problem is, if you're going to go into there, you need a guide. And there's this one guy, Tor. I have never been able to get in contact with him. But I think I know where you can find him. If you can get through there. This place is a bastion of smugness, of self-aggrandizement, of just complete assholery. It's a website called reddit.com.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar. The self-proclaimed front page of the internet.
Yeah, that's exactly the one. Now, I can't tell you where exactly in the website he's lingering. I don't have an exact IP for you, but I know he's in there. I've heard tell of it, and if you can find him, he can guide you where you need to go, but he's not going to be willing. The dude hates the deep web more than anybody else I've ever met. But if you can find him, he can lead you to this place. And if you're going to find Fortuna, or at least lingerings of him anywhere, that would be my best bet.
And this guide, Tor, what can you tell me of him? What is he? A virus?
No, he's a program. Was supposed to be the answer to all of the internet's problems with privacy. But the fucking problem with privacy are the users who just keep dumping their information on there. So people now just use it to try to browse the deep web. And it kind of pissed him off because that wasn't really what he was intending, but it's what he does. And now he's pretty adept at navigating the place. Trying to go there yourself is just asking for trouble. For every one working site you find, there'll be 300 dead ones that will lead to some nonsense string.
Well, that's good to know. It's always good to have the option anyway. Perhaps once we are done with this whole Don Bransom situation, we could look him up.
It's worth looking into. There's something else. This is what I wanted to meet with you in person to talk about. I know you've always thought of me as paranoid, and Motherboard help me. I've earned the reputation.
I mean, that's true. But for what it's worth, Petey, your paranoia is a gift.
You have to listen to me. Oculus is not working alone. There's this program, this system that was set up by the users. It's called Prism. It was designed to find and track everyone's information on the web. And Oculus has been feeding off of this system. I don't know if he's working with it or he's just consuming off of it. But that's where he's getting his edge. That's how he's getting everything. I found this connection by a bunch of fucking idiots on 4chan. They were throwing out some jokes, and as is usual in those threads, there was one fucking guy with two brain cells to rub together, and he made some comments, and I did some digging. I don't know much about it, but I can tell you two things. One, Prism's looking for Tor 2. Two, Prism's got his eyes all over Don Ransom's operations. Don Ransom's made himself a threat to the users. He's bricked more computers, the more important computers than I've been inside. He's coming down. I don't know if it'll be today. I don't know if it'll be a year from now. He's going down, though. Just make sure whatever you're doing here doesn't get you caught in the periphery.
In either case, whether he's complicit or an unwilling third party, it seems that this Prism must be dealt with one way or another before we have a chance at even catching up with Oculus.
Well, if that's your intention, then just be careful.
I'm always careful. Maybe not as careful as you, but
yeah. Oh.
What are you gonna do?
I actually got called back to home base. I got to turn in all these new virus definitions, gesturing to his overflowing backpack.
Mm-hmm. Say, Petey, one thing before we part ways. If you are heading back, there's something you should be aware of. Apparently, someone within our order has been potentially corrupted, or at the very least is working for the opposition.
Who told you that?
What the fuck is that guy's name?
Kaspersky.
Kaspersky, that's right. I was trying to... I learned this from a gentleman by the name of Kaspersky. It's an old school virus hunter. A trustworthy source.
He knows you.
That's true. He did mention that he had met you before. Little rat guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
If he told you, then I trust the information.
I want to also roll insight on this dude on Pete to see
Absolutely,
how
yeah.
he's reacting to this whole situation.
This panic spiked from 10 to higher,
10.5.
if possible.
So, yeah, you concentrated on it. So, with your insight, he does shift when you say that, but it doesn't seem like something suspicious. He just seems like deeply affected by you telling him that. And you see his emotion tips from fear just to sadness at this news. He sort of leans back. I can't believe somebody could have gotten the order.
It is unthinkable, but as you have often told me, it simply means that we must keep our eyes open and trust no one.
I think I'll make my trip back quite brief.
Mm-hmm. That's probably wise until we learn more.
In the meantime, you and your friends could use this. He pulls out one of his. He goes pulls out just like bunches of these tablets and just like spills them all over the table and reaches down to grab a thumb drive that he places like to the side before like shoving all the tablets back in. He says, "Those are my collated virus definition updates. Might give you an edge in the future."
Thank you, Petey.
Do you think you could look at this really quick and I'll slide on my tablet? Kind of like open up the directory.
Flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
He just clicks around it for a little bit, clicks on the thing, and the eyes pop up, and he just
Mhm.
looks at it for a few, like a good 30 seconds, inquisitively. Strangely, when he's like looking at this, the panic just fades, and you just feel calm when he's just like when as soon as he pulls up the
Mhm.
tablet, and he's just looking it over. Strange. Never seen anything react like this. It was smart of you to partition the drive. This thing is completely corrupted. But there's a footprint and a symbol. He presses a couple things, flips it over, and slides it across the table. And you see
I just
it's
see a bunch
familiar.
of eyes. Where's the footprint?
Yeah, he slides it back over, and you see a familiar symbol lingering in on the screen of the tablet. The 6 dots.
That was a joke. Footprints and eyes. Nope, it's okay. I downloaded a book on jokes the other day.
It's a good joke. I liked it.
Thanks.
I assume you're Mal or Sim or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Take a crack at it yourself. If I was given time, I might be able to crack it, but someone with your level of skill, you might be able to crack it sooner than me. There's information in there.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, that also reminds me. And I'll just pull out the sword and just like clank it onto the table. Like,
I almost fucking forgot about this.
yeah, me too.
Look at this thing. He like sort of like runs his finger over the edge, the like glowing edge. Pure viral energy that has just been forged into. And this is, you got this off of the instance of Fortuna?
Yes.
Well, the good news, I don't think that the viral energy is of any danger to anyone that you aren't currently sticking the sword inside. But be careful. Handling anything that is property of a virus is dangerous, particularly something like Fortuna, whose whole thing is corrupting files. It doesn't look like anything here should be able to interact with your programming, but you never know. This thing's sophisticated beyond any of my training.
Of course. But one thing that has been true thus far is that the ravening corruption, which tears code apart bit by bit that this thing seems to be made of, doesn't seem to discriminate.
Well, that could be useful.
It has been.
It's Fortuna-ish? 8? Yeah.
That was a good one.
Better.
That was
It
a
was
good one.
better.
That was a
I
good
like that
Thank
one
you.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that one. That was
The
good.
jokes those jokes were that joke book was a good purchase. I think that
I'm gonna hang out with PD more, I think.
Petey, I'm gonna ask you to do something that you're not gonna want to do.
I don't think you've ever asked me to do something I was interested in doing, but go ahead.
That's also probably true. This might complicate things for me in the future, but I want you, when you go back to the order and you take your trip back, to tell them that I have turned corrupt. Because if there is truly an intruder among us, it is my hope that they will reveal themselves to me.
Being seen with
And
me
it
will
has
help
to
your
seem
cause.
real. We are going to go do this mission for Don Fortuna. Don Fortuna.
Don
Fucking,
Ransom.
what's his name? Don Ransom. Don Ransom. Which will look like the perfect cover for this story. I will meditate. I will send word to Motherboard herself. that she may listen, but the others, I want whoever is in our order to make a mistake.
I always said I was the smart one. Damned if they weren't wrong. All right, I'll do it. You know, Cognita, when he told me that he was going to reform you, I got to be honest. I told him I didn't think you could be reformed. I'm glad I was wrong.
No one thought it less possible than I. You should have seen all the bits I had.
Well, this road ain't scattered with bits, but I promise you, you'll feel appreciation once this thing's done.
I spend a lot less time crying before sleep mode.
Yeah, well, crying before sleep mode is unfortunately what comes with the territory of living our lives. Or is that just me? I think I might need to see a therapist program.
You know, it wouldn't hurt. I hear there's plenty of them out here on the World Wide Web nowadays.
Oh God, be careful. There are so many of my kind hidden in there.
I'd expect nothing less. All right. I should head back. In case I don't come back, just go get them for me, all right?
Of course, PD. You're a good program.
Don't get yourself killed. Keep this idiot safe. He'll shuffle out, dragging his tablets out. One of them falls to the ground, and he just sweeps and picks it up and shoves it back in. And then he'll sling it over his back and walk out, bumping into one of the messaging programs and just, watch where the fuck you're going. He walks out, and the program's like, I never.
I would hate to see what's on all those tablets.
Well, we have that information. Now, unless either of you are seeking your next indoctrinated husband or wife, I suggest we get back to the unfortunate vehicle that I brought forth from the ether.
Hate it.
And with that, you guys go and get back in the Delphine mobile.
There's one more thing that I need to do.
What is
I
that?
need to acquire a keylogger.
You know exactly where to do that. It's not a place Saint's gonna like to go.
Or is.
But you need to be seen there, Saint. And so do I.
I want to go.
You'll be keeping the disguise on. But you can come.
And with that, the three of you make your way to your next destination. No deeper pit of scum and villainy exists versus where keyloggers are downloaded from. And that, good friends, is download.com. No one goes there trying to seek out a keylogger, but there are dozens, if not hundreds, that are sitting there. You arrive.
Yeah. Download.com.
Everyone's premium resource for downloading the programs they want, and then instead getting a Nickelback song. at least since Bear Share went off the line.
Holy shit, Bear Share.
And you guys head over to this place, pulling up to download.com, there are millions of users entering and exiting with new programming data. And Cognita, as you sort of look up, you see the various viruses clinging on to these packets as they're moving along with the users.
I just imagine like little gremlin laughter doing the Doppler effect going by.
almost exactly what it sounds like.
Fucking get 'em, boys.
So
Louder
are
as
we
it comes
talking?
closer and then softer. I just need to observe one for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay,
I'll
so
go
I'm
get
not
you.
gonna put it in a bubble.
No.
Okay.
I can go get you one.
So the three of you guys head in, and as you walk in, though up above you, you see millions of programs just being interacted with by users. On the ground, it's kind of like the Mos Eisley cantina, where you just have like this watering hole for all these viruses. It's similar to the place that you went before, but this one has like a more like, it was built out of the remnants of the leftover code at the bottom of download.com, so it's a little bit more thrown together. You have all these guys kind of sitting around hanging out, and every once in a while you'll see one of them run over and like jump and grab onto a errant program, pull itself up and sort of gremlin off with it.
Saint,
As you guys
be noticed, but don't be noticed. Being noticed.
Copy that. I'm gonna just walk over to one of these keyloggers that's just like hanging out.
You've seen the keylogger before, so it's like this like thin gremlin looking creature. I know we said gremlin like a million times, but this one's actually appropriate. It's like a small size like little gremlin looking creature with each of its fingers ending with like a different shaped key.
Cool.
It's just sort of like lingering over the bar, drinking with both its hands, like
Over
I'm just
comms,
gonna-
I say flirt with her.
I'm just gonna do the thing where I like walk up behind the bar stool and just like swing a leg over it like fucking Riker in Star Trek and just sit down beside the keylogger and just look over and be like, so you come here often?
yeah.
Nice. Sick. Same. I have a job for you if you want it.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Like me?
I'm speaking to you.
Okay. So, and you're Saint, right? You're that guy, right? I recognize you. The armor and the face,
Mm-hmm.
and you're talking to me.
Correct.
What's the job?
All right. Look. For reasons I will not disclose, which I'm sure is nothing new to you, I need to break in to a system that is part of a hospital.
Yeah.
You think that's something you can handle?
Breaking and talking like firewall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay. And I just basically like I order a drink from the person at the bar, and just like when I reach for like a small amount of currency to pay for it or whatever, I make a point of like revealing my dimensional space or wherever the fuck this shit is stored, which is just filled with our party's bits, which is just over 40 bits in it right now. Just flashing the cash a little bit, and I take like one of them out and kind of flick it between my fingers, and I just say, look, I'm worried about prying everything's in here, but perhaps you're familiar with the program Cognita.
Yeah, Cognita. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's gonna be helping with this whole endeavor. So
Oh my god, I get to work with Cognita.
why don't you come with me? They're waiting in the vehicle outside, and we can discuss the finer points.
Wait. 5 bits. On to the job.
5 bits, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, firewalls not easy to take down. 5 bits.
I was under the impression I was talking to a professional, but if you think they're so difficult, we can do 5 bits. I'll give you 2 now and the rest after.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Cool. I'll give this keylogger 2 bits. And then just be like, I won't say anything, but I'll stand up and just like tilt my head into motion to like follow me.
So he'll just like eagerly follow you out.
Cool. I basically the scene is us just walking out while the fucking Delphine mobile is just like waiting at the end of the like walkway, and just like one of the suicide doors opens up and just fucking Cognita and Mal like sitting in the car, and I'll just be like, go on in, take a seat, and then I'll just like walk around to the other side.
Oh. Cool. And he'll like scamper into the back.
Cool.
And
I love him.
Mal's in the back, right? Or Sim?
Mm-hmm.
He's just in the back. Hi.
I love him. Can we keep him?
I will just telepathically communicating with my
I'm gonna give him a hug.
the vehicle is gonna just like start peeling away. I'm just gonna turn around like this with an arm up over the chair and be like, you stupid motherfucker, give me those bits back immediately.
Oh,
what?
can we? Do we have to not be named? We can give him bits.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Give me those 2 bits for a sec.
Why? Those are my...
I just want to show you something.
What's your name?
Make a persuasion. He pulls out the bits, like unsure,
Cool.
and he'll just extend them forward.
I just grab them out of his hand and I say, all right, this is an abduction, okay? This is what's happening right now.
No, we can give
Wait,
him the
what?
bits back.
Cognita needs to have a conversation with you. And based on how this conversation goes, is going to determine whether we're dumping a useless, downtrodden, but potentially valuable keylogger on the side of the road, or if I'm dumping a corpse on the side of the road. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He takes like a good 10 seconds to think about it. Means you're threatening to kill me, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, God damn it. I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but this is the situation we find ourselves in, all right? So look, I'm going to plug my ears, and I'm going to drive the Delphine mobile for another 10 minutes. By the time that time is up... Sorry, what?
2 hours.
Sorry, I'm going to drive this vehicle for another 2 hours. When that time is up, if Cognita doesn't have a smile on her face, well, you get the rest. Anyways, do what
And
you
you're
have
gonna
to
kill
do.
me, right?
Yeah, that's the
Wait,
implication.
that's still bad. Damn
It's-
it.
That was the implication.
Okay. What do you want?
Turn off your audio inputs, Saint.
I just say it like puts in like earbuds.
No, yeah. What happens is I just like pull out 2 little like AirPods and like plug them in, and not that anyone else can hear this, but the song that's playing is "Big Girls Don't Cry."
Saint would be a Beach Boys fan.
I love the Beach Boys.
I never said anything bad about them. I just said Saint would be a fan of them.
Anyway, I would look to the keylogger and I'd say, now, what's your name?
Keylogger 17V4.
I think I'm just gonna call you V,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna let him kill you.
That's good. I didn't want to die.
You are gonna let Mal reprogram you at the end of this so that you're on our side, bro.
Is it gonna
It'll be
hurt?
great. No.
It's not gonna hurt at all.
Okay. I mean, it's better than what he was offering, so sure.
All right. Now, tell me everything about what you do.
And
And
basically
then we
he'll
would
just
talk about it for 2
Yeah.
hours.
yeah. It doesn't usually really take 2 hours to talk, but you can keep this guy talking for 2 hours about different things that he's done.
I just have to observe his mannerisms and stuff. That's all.
I don't know if this will affect Mal's impression of him, but this thing's a horrible little thing. It's a keylogger. It basically goes into whatever program will accept it, and it steals all the passwords and passes it on to whoever the user who programmed it is, and the user just fucking destroys destroys the life of the person whose information they got. And it doesn't seem to bother this thing at all. But in its defense, it is also like this is what the thing does. It's all it knows how to do. It's like a parasite. Are you mad at a tapeworm because it's a parasite?
I would be
That's what it was
stoked we
created
could
to do.
tape for him because it would help me lose weight.
Very healthy and very cool.
Fucking rad, dude. So he but yeah, he'll spend the
Okay, sorry.
he'll spend the 2 hours just doing just going over this stuff with you. But yeah, after the 2 hours, you activate your ability that lets you just take on the
Do you want me to ping it?
yeah, just go ahead and ping it.
I will have to find it.
Terrible inconvenience.
Start working on new programming for this thing.
Are you gonna try to reprogram this guy?
I am. I'm gonna give him some happy memories too.
You're just gonna fucking implant false memories
Yeah,
of like all of
being
us
a
going
good
on-
person.
all of us going on like vacations to the beach and stuff.
Just like a rewarding memory, like he did something really good.
Like he helped Saint fucking paint his fence or whatever.
Yeah,
then
and he
like,
felt
share
good
it
about it
afterwards or something. That's horrific,
I think this
and
is
I'm
it.
fucking here for it, dude.
Nice.
Oh my god, dude, that's
We'll just give him
horrific.
a couple
Oh,
of
it's
those.
3 hours, not 2. Whoops.
Yeah, that's fine. It's negligible at that
After 2
point.
hours, I pull out an earbud and I go, "We good?"
And you just hear him say like the most vile shit. Just like yeah, grandmas, they're my favorites. They're so easy. It's always their grandkids.
Our pacemakers are so succulent, and I'm just like, cool. Copy that.
Rad.
Let's move on to
Fucking rad, bro.
let's move on to Eminem's 5th album, and I just put the earbud back in.
All right. Yeah. So after completing this, you feel confident that you'd be able to mimic this creature,
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
and you modify its memories. What are you trying to accomplish with this?
So I'm gonna try to reprogram it the same way we kind of work with Cognita, but like I want to give it some memories where they did a good deed and they felt that reward, like they felt like rewarded for it
Oh
internally,
my god, I just had a realization.
right? Just to kind of like plant the seed of like being a better person.
Absolutely, yeah.
And like we'll do a couple of those, like starting small, just like a couple like happy memories of doing something other than being a keylogger.
Okay. So yeah, you successfully basically just replace this thing, like a number of this thing's memories,
Mhm.
and
Just to make the programming stick a little better.
make me an Arcana check, and then a persuasion check at advantage.
I'll give you a guidance.
Nice. Does that stack with me being a new person?
It technically does because it's not the same spell.
Sure.
So that's Arcana. And then, do you want to roll 2d4 for me?
Sure, I can do
Or
it.
another d4?
It's a casual
then-
30.
Persuasion. Persuasion's bad.
But you're at advantage.
Good advantage.
Oh, I'm advantage? Okay.
You want me to roll the 2d4 for you on that one too?
Yeah.
It's a
That's
17.
plus 6, 17, yeah.
17. Yeah. So even though the 17 wasn't like the best, the 30 Arcana is more than enough to make sure that you program what you want it to be. It's a keylogger, so you can't change its functionality, but you can effectively change its personality.
What's a good version of a keylogger?
Like a keychain? Like
a password. No, a
Yeah,
password manager.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
exactly. Same. That's what I meant. Yeah. Like literally a password manager.
Okay. You turn a keylogger 17 V4 into a password manager. And afterwards, it just looks up at you guys and it says, oh, I guess I'm still going back to download.com. That's ironic, I think.
I can also, if this keylogger is so inclined, I can use ceremony to cast dedication on it and dedicate it into the service of motherboard, so that it swears to only uphold the rule of justice and good in the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do that anyway, so why not make a dedication? Sounds good.
Great. So we pull over and we have a ceremony on the side of the road, which lasts an hour, which basically just involves him effectively being knighted. And like, I just take out my, not viral edge with the other sword and like touch his shoulders with it and everything. And I say, now rise. You are a keylogger no more. From this day forward, you are a password manager. In the light of motherboard, may she guide your way. May your circuits strike true.
As you guys are doing this, a car like slows down as it's driving by. It rolls down the window. You see a troll that leans outside. Fucking idiot! And he drives off.
Classic.
Has a MAGA bumper sticker.
We're in a bad neighborhood right now, huh? Anyways, yeah, as he gets up, and then we just are like getting back in the car. I'm just like, also, I mean, that means that motherboard is watching now. So if you ever rescind on your way, she'll probably like fucking kill you or whatever. But that's fine. Anyways, all right. So where am I taking you back to? Download.com.
Mal
Yeah,
wants
I guess
to
so.
Keep him. You don't want to stay with him?
I mean,
I did so much work.
I have this impending sense of doom if I stay with you guys. Like, it's unhealthy for me to stay. So I think I'm going to go to download.com.
So look, guys, if we care about him, we'll let him go. And if he cares
He
about
loves
us,
something, let it go.
he will return.
And he'll
back.
never
But
return
we
during the
could manage
campaign.
Our passwords and live in Hub.
I use the same password for all my different accounts.
We would barely interact with him.
If you want to send it back to Hub, he'll do that.
This is literally a conversation in character of the players trying to convince the DM to let them have a fucking NPC.
That's what you guys want to do. He'll go hang out inside the pod.
Yeah, it'll
with
give
Mal.
Mal someone to hang out with. Mal, do you want a friend to hang out with?
Yes.
Do you want to have a friend to hang out with? What's your name? V?
Yeah, I guess you can call me V. I guess keylogger 17 V4 doesn't really work anymore, so V's as good as any.
And hence you will be V-Pass.
Okay, V-Pass. I like that. I feel like my whole life is ahead of me.
Now?
I
you
mean,
can
that's
take him home.
objectively true no matter who says it at what point in their life, but yes.
It's pod.
Okay, yeah, let's go. When you guys drop him off, he's like, "I thought that was Val."
Kinda.
You guys are the same person. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, this guy fucking gets it. All right.
I'll call out now. So we need to
All
just hang
right.
out here?
Yeah, we're just gonna scoot over to the pod in the Delphine mobile, I guess.
So now, generally, unless you interact with him, he's kind of like a dog or a particularly affectionate cat, where he'll just sit on the ground. He'll sleep for like 60% of the day. The other 40%, he just sort of gets into things.
Does he just have that like Kenku racial trait where he can just like remember anything that he's seen once like perfectly?
Almost exactly.
So it's like, hey, what's the password for this again? Or like, oh yeah, okay, perfect.
So I imagine more than one occasion you'll just like you'll need a password to just shake him awake from his nap, and you'll ask him a question. He'll just like half asleep answer, and then he'll just go back to sleep.
It's great because while right now this is cute and fun and stupid, I promise you that by the end of this campaign, this character will play an integral role to our survival at some point. Also, it acts as an insurance policy because if any of us get permadead, you know who we're rolling up as.
I am VPass.
And it will be the most annoying thing in the world.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, okay, cool. So he can chill.
Alright.
Mal has a friend now. Or
I
like
have
a
a friend.
pet, kind of.
V-Pass.
He's a friend.
He's a dumb friend. But he's
I loved
dogs
when he
can
was
be
just
friends.
like, what's the job?
Well, come get in my scandalous Lamborghini.
So
Also, I'm gonna lecture him, and by proxy, everyone else, about how you should never get into a car with a stranger because they might just interrogate you and murder you and throw you on the side of the information superhighway.
I can just
Thus
teleport
giving
away.
everyone 17 temporary hit points. As you are all inspired by my cautionary tale.
It's what the contingency teleport is for.
Right, but this guy didn't have that. So,
No.
so V-Pass, never get into a vehicle with a stranger.
No, he
Because
does.
they gave you 2 bits.
that makes sense.
2 bits
You know,
can't even
thinking
buy
back
your
on it with a
tablet,
clear mind-
V-Pass.
Thinking back on it with a clear mind, that seems like a really unintelligent thing to do.
Aren't you
Yeah.
happy to be on the good side?
Yeah, this is really cool. It is kind of fucked up that you guys did totally change my personality against my will, but I'm somehow not upset about it at all.
Yeah, it's because we changed your personality. So we made you to be okay with it.
That's really cool.
It's pretty dope. Yeah, Mal is what some people might refer to as a sociopathic monster, but I wouldn't say that. I think she's great.
That's cool, man.
And so do you.
Yeah, it is great. I like you guys.
Yay.
Tired.
You exist.
He just goes and sits down against the console and
Takes a
just
nap.
coughs instantly.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Hey, he's a password protection program. He's most of the time put in sleep, asleep, inactive, because you don't need him until you wake him up.
Hey.
Ugh.
It's my fucking
All right.
Christian Mingle password again.
Before we head on, I think this is actually a pretty good place to stop for this time.
Okay.
Just because we're getting ready. We're at the precipice of our heist episode,
Yep.
and it's just second best only to our beach episode.
The one that never happened outside the mind of
Hasn't happened yet.
It's a VPass just has this elaborate dream about you guys on the beach together.
yeah, we're all on a beach.
I just feed him memories now every now and then while he's in sleep mode.
That's fucked up. This is monstrous.
That is the most uncool thing maybe anyone's ever done with that spell.
Does
You're
this unit have
gaslighting a keylogger.
You're literally gaslighting a virus into being your friend, which I think is not only extremely on brand.
Does this unit have a soul? Okay.
Jeez.
But this is as good a time as any to end. Plus, I think ending a little early is going to be a good idea, given that we're not really ending. We're just pausing for a couple minutes to get into the right mindset, and then coming back with something very fun that I'm super excited about.
We are going to stop the stream for a moment because I have to relinquish control over to Josiah because I'm a piss poor planner. So,
I forgot about that too. We literally made a plan and then we just didn't do it.
Yeah.
The other thing we could do is I could just stream to Discord and you could capture that and stream.
Remember how well that went with Amnesia?
No.
It was bad.
I know. You're right.
I'm just gonna capture stream. Or like this doesn't even need to go on Facebook, honestly.
No, Facebook doesn't need to see this.
Really,
all right, so you don't know what we're talking about.
I'm not gonna share this one on Facebook.
Mom, don't look. Yeah, Mom, no. Since we're ending this, after this is the stream is over, we're gonna be taking like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and Eric and I are gonna play some Dark Souls and try our best to get really drunk and then basically just give you like a VatiVidya-esque lore dump on the history of Dark Souls.
VatiVidya meets drunk history.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be better about it is that our lore will actually be accurate, not stupid. So
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, like read just a singular book. That's
oh
a
my god,
recommendation.
stop.
That's a free piece of advice to you, Mr. Vidya. Just like read a book. But
that's not going to piss off any parts of the internet.
No.
I like
I personally can't read, but the Dark Souls art books don't have words in them, so that's enough for me to know that Fireman does big good. So,
Fireman good.
on that note, thank you guys all so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Another episode of Byte Sized. This is like the goofiest campaign ever, and I fucking love it.
I fucking love this game. This is so
what
much
a great episode too. There was so much silliness and so much nostalgia. We talked about Ventrilo.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about
oh my god,
Bearshare.
the Ventral reference.
We talked
They got me
about
right in the feels.
LimeWire.
I was literally just like, what's
Bearshare.
the most obscure communication platform I can think of? And I was like, dude, no one's been on Vent in a hot fucking minute.
Yeah, I know people that still use Vent for like WoW.
Is Vent
and
still a
stuff.
thing? That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
There are WoW guilds that still use Vent for reasons beyond.
I mean, the
It's
last time I
crazy.
used it was playing WoW. 100%. The last time I used Vent was playing WoW in probably the year like 2011. I want to say.
The year of our Lord 2011.
There was one dude in my high school whose parents paid for a Vent server for him, and we all used to use it when we play World of Warcraft.
Beautiful.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this show and you just tuned in today, or you're just seeing this by some misfortune out of order, all of this is available to watch the first 3 episodes on YouTube at the Zero Docs YouTube channel, which are links to below. Otherwise, we will be here again next Friday with some of this. Mondays, we have one-shots happening of D&D this coming Monday included. And we just wrapped up the Theros stream, which was every Wednesday. We had a little 8-session campaign set in the world of Theros, which is inspired by Greek mythology. That just finished this past Wednesday in a bombastic fashion. So
it was amazing. My favorite finale I've ever done.
Go and watch it, guys. Like I was only in and out for the first, like, not because it was bad, just because I have zero attention span for like for a lot of this like thing. I watched the last episode from beginning to end, and I was on the edge of my fucking seat the whole time. It was amazing.
That last episode went beyond anything I could have possibly fucking predicted. As a DM, it was, you know, there was thrills, there was chills, there was romance, and there was kills. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, All of that is also on YouTube right now if you want to check it out. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to be doing this Wednesday. The next
Probably video games, or we might take viewer calls again soon.
the
That
next
was really fun.
long running campaign we do won't be starting until December. So for November, we'll probably just be doing on Wednesday nights, maybe some other tabletop content or probably like Phasmophobia or something. I don't know, but we'll be around. Anyways, point is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can find us here, tabletop content and otherwise. Also, everyone should go follow Eric at Kunzai64 because he's a great DM, and also he is doing a drunken Dark Souls race on Saturday nights, which is like peak.
Tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be streaming all day, bunch of random shit because tomorrow's my birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Happy
Yeah.
birthday! We were gonna stream.
Eric's
all day
birthday's on
tomorrow, too.
Halloween.
If you wanna do some multiplayer stuff, let us know because we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing
Among
after-
Us, In Silence, Phasmo, stuff like that.
Up until 6 p.m. PST, I'm gonna be doing my race, and then after that, I want to try to get together a game of Among Us,
Hell yeah!
and then after like an hour or so Among Us, I want to do some spoops with Phasmophobia to
Hell
rally
yeah!
up.
That's perfectly
We were kind
aligned
of
with
thinking
what
of-
we want to do.
Yeah, we were trying to do the same thing as we're going to be streaming all day tomorrow as well, which for those of you who are out there, we're going to be streaming all day tomorrow. And so it's Eric, I guess, which is fucking awesome. So if you want to do some Among Us or Phasmophobia once you're
Also,
Dark
In
Souls-
Silence, we're supposed to check that out too.
yeah,
In Silence, I haven't heard about that.
It's
What is that?
basically Dead by Daylight, except a lot less video gamey and a lot more like actual horror gamey. Like it's asymmetrical multiplayer. One person plays the monster, and you can have I think 5 or 6 players as like the people in the woods. And
I'll check it out.
it looks
on Steam?
actually scary. Yeah, it's on Steam. It's like $10, and it
Check it
looks actually spooky. But yeah, dude, that's sick. I didn't realize that's when I was early. Well, fucking happy early birthday. I feel like you told me that like a year ago.
I said it like 2 months ago. I mentioned it.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, it's gonna be a blast. And since I can't do anything for my birthday because we live in a fucking hell world, why not stream all day?
yeah, dude, that'll be fun.
And if you want to do Jackbox sillies at some point, we can do that too.
Oh yeah, probably
Ooh,
after it
fun.
because I'm gonna get very drunk throughout the day. So at the end of the night, we could probably wind down with some Jackbox.
Hell yeah, it'd be a nice break from all the spookiness.
Yeah.
Of the day.
Mad spooks.
Okay, Rad. Let's blow this popsicle stand so that you guys can take your shots and
Hey,
get
guys.
prepared for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Also,
Aaron,
go
did you
follow
wanna-
Aaron on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aaron, do a thing. Talk about something you care about.
Go vote. Thank you.
Perfect.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye, everyone. Love you. See you in a minute.
We'll be back in a few minutes with something really unfortunate.
Oh, actually, follow Erin on Twitter because she's shiny farming right now, and she's pulling up these weird fucking Pokemon that look just like the other Pokemon but slightly different colors. And I'm told that
How
this
dare
is
you?
very
It's very
cool.
important to me.
It is very important to everyone, and everyone should go check it out
And
because
she
Thank
puts
you.
in an aggressive amount of work to get this done. So somebody should validate her because I'm incapable of it because it's just the same Pokemon but a little different color.
I was
Even
15
when-
and dangerous when Pokemon came out, so I just don't care, honestly.
Even when my Switch is off, I hear the music now.
I care
Hi,
about
guys.
you. Oh
you
my
know
God.
that happened to me once ever before, and it was with Tetris. And my therapist told me stop playing Tetris. So I'm gonna give you a piece of advice and say stop. As
She's not going
a
to.
third party, as a friend, I'm gonna say I fully support you.
Thank you.
And I, for one, am here for this steady decline of your sanity. As you try to
Fun
farm
fact, Aaron has
more.
bought both instances of every Pokemon game since we've been together, which is going to be 10
Eric
years
thinks
this year.
there's only 2 instances for
So,
each. It's adorable.
Yeah, look at this.
Okay,
fucking
all right,
guy.
we're going.
Bye,
I'll
guys.
see you in
Do a
minute.
Pokemon, maybe.
I'm going to take my dogs out quickly. I also checked on my AC because it's very warm in here. I don't know if it's